Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. On Saturday, September 23rd from 2 to 8 p.m. at the Alkaline Oasis in Brooklyn, Baba Ashraf Kwesi and Mira Kwesi returns to Brooklyn, New York after 4 years. Get your early bird tickets right now by texting 347-496-1022. Remember, they'll be teaching about the ancient history of Africa, Kemet, and also they're going to touch on Cleopatra. So get your tickets, 347-496-1022. Did you ever wonder if your birth date holds information about your destiny? Why you keep seeing the same number or several numbers? Welcome to Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I am your host, King Simon. Numbers are not here to control you, they're here to give you guidance. It's time for you to be able to read the numbers. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, motivation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%, the poor or prosperous righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the classes. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. All right, family. All right. Yes. As you can see, family, this is what the topic is today. 2024 equals 8, or 2024 equals 8. Or whatever you put it as, but then we're going to speak about how to allow the theme of the number 8 to work for you, since next year is going to talk. The 8 frequency is going to be heavy, but we're feeling the effects of it right now. As you can see, we got the board lined up here. We got the board lined in. Let me make sure I adjust the camera, make sure everything is all right. All right. We'll make sure, and we're going to be basing it off of this. Let me take this off. This does not have to be on the screen at this time. Let me see if I can take that off. Edit that name. I don't really need to display anything right now, especially that part. Let me get rid of that. And until I'm ready to use that, drop that. And I can also remove that, I believe. Show display name. Yes. Okay, let's keep it simple. But you can go to my IG. That's my IG right there that you see showing up. I am King Simon. That's I am King Simon. I hope everybody is doing well. And before we start, At 11:11, we are going to start exactly at 11:11. It is now 57 minutes after the hour, approximately 3 minutes before the top of the hour. Do take to account this particular thing. Let me make sure that I have the right one. Got the right one, baby. Uh-huh. There it is. Boom. For quick numbers advice, birthday only, please circulate or donate 10, 15, $20 and up through Cash App, $ King Simon 3158 or PayPal.me King Simon. Do not use Super Chat. Do not use Super Chat. Do not use Super Chat. All right? Do not use Super Chat. Not at this particular time because this is going to be a direct. I don't, no, and I'm going to put right there at the back. No Super Chat. No Super Chat. Not for this particular program, Super Chat. All right? I just want to make sure people get it. Make sure y'all read. No Super Chat. I got it right there at the bottom now. No Super Chat. All right. $2 is not accepted. So if you're trying to send $2, that's not going to work. I told people already what it is. $10, $15, $20 and up. No $2. So Michael George, I'll be happy to return that $2 to you, sir. I got no problems in returning your money. That is one thing. I'm not going to take your money. I just $2 is going to be returned back to Mr. Michael George. Yes, I'm going to shout your name out if you send me something like that. Let me see if I can return your money. Let me see. Let me see. Return requests. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not doing $2, sir. Not today. Let me see if I can return it. Yes, refund. Yes, Mr. Michael George, I just refund your $2. $2 is not going to help me at all. My energy is very priceless. So, Michael George, I just returned your $2. It's $10, $15, anything between 10, 20 and up, 10 and up. That's where we're going. So when you're really serious, you will know what to do. But it's right there on the board and it will stay up there on the board. No Super Chat allowed. No Super Chat allowed because I'm very serious about what I do. And I want you to be serious about what I do also. My first donation was Mr. Jefferson. So, Mr. Jefferson, we're going to come to you first in a few. So, Mr. Jefferson, be patient. I will come to you first. You're born the same day as Red Pill and Blue Pill. You're born the same day as Roland Martin. You're born the same day as Bootsy Badass. So, okay, I got something for you. But let me just make sure everything is clear here. Let me set myself up. You're not seeing me at this time. You're seeing the board. Not at this time. You're seeing the board. And the topic is a live Q&A. How to allow theme. How to allow the themes. Actually, how to allow the theme. How to allow, like Dr. B. Serious says, how to allow the theme of the number 8 to work for you. That's how we're going to do it. Michael George, I sent your money back, sir. Thank you very much. If it's just a donation, it was just a donation. But if you're trying to, get certain things done for $2, that ain't happening today. Not today, sorry. Again, energy is energy. Energy is energy. And we got to respect the energy. Let me switch the camera to me real quick before I start at 11:11. It's 11:01 right now. Let me switch the camera to me real quick so you can see me. Then I'll switch it back to the board. How's everybody out there? I hope everybody's ready. Man, I had to get me some water because I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in. And it's very important that I go in, Reminder. Somebody sent me a reminder. Okay. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know who is this? Who is this? Who is this? I won't be thrown off by the phone either. Do not text me while I'm doing this because this takes my concentration. It takes my focus. How y'all feeling today? How's everybody feeling in the chat? Make sure y'all share this because we're about to have a good old time. And remember, for quick numbers advice, birthday only, please circulate, donate via 10, 15, 20, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Up, Cash App, PayPal, no super chat. No, not use super chat. Super chat is not warranted here. We will not use super chat here. We're broadcasting on Facebook also. We're broadcasting on, I see people are sending. Good, good. All right, I see you. I see Amberly. Amberly, I see you also. Don't worry, got it. I see you. I see you. I start seeing people up. Michael, you got to go because that was only $2. $2, you got to go. Everything is $10 and up here. You could do 11.11 too. $11.11. $10.10. You could go up just like that. $12.12. If you want to be with the mathematics, let's do the mathematics. Let's have some fun with the mathematics. So I wanted to speak on something before we get in. It's now 3 minutes after 11:11. I will start, no doubt about it. 11:11. I will start, and this is what I got on the board. And I want y'all to take note to this. Every number year has a vibration. And once you understand and understand that every number year has a vibration, that vibration is that particular number can be a very helpful throughout your life. Now, there's various books that you can go through or go to find out the yearly vibration also. Books like Harish Jahari's book, a numerologist from India, Tantra, Ayurveda, and Astrology. Very good book, A Key to Human Behavior. Good book. I wanted to show you some of the books that I will be coming from, including my books. Here's another good book that I'll more than likely will touch. Master Numbers, 1133, 112233, The Ultimate Guide by Felicia Bender, PhD. Master Numbers. So I'm giving them their props. I'll also be touching on positivity. Why I want to talk about positivity, because in order for you to accomplish the greater goal, you got to stay positive. So this is a good book to read every morning, noon, or night before you go to bed. The Power of Positive Energy by Tanaz Chubbs. Very good book to have by Tanaz Chubbs. Of course, y'all know I'm reaching for something. I'm reaching for somebody. I almost forgot. The Great Reverend Knight. Very good book to have. Very good book to have. Health, Joy, and Prosperity for You. A Science of Living Guide. Keeping those next to me because they're going to be very important during this whole thing. And on the other side, here's another book by Wendy Robbins. This one is called Signs of the Universe. Signs of the Universe by Wendy Robbins. You see, I'm showing books. I show you better than I can tell you sometimes. Other books like, of course, Synchronicity Numbers by Anne Marie Uber. And these are just very tip of the iceberg when I come to my books, because there's a lot of information. There's a lot of information in all these books, but it's how you use them. Here's another book called Numerology and the Divine Triangle by Faith Javan and Dusty Bunker. Interesting name. That's also in the play. Another book by Doreen Virtue. Many people may have gotten this, called Angel Numbers 101. This has been a top seller for years after she did Oprah and a few other places. Big up to her. She's no longer doing numerology, I understand. She became Christian. Of course, I can never forget my Baba, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn. You know what I'm saying? The only one, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn. Numbers and You, all of his book. Go to his website. You know he's one of my sponsors here, so big up to Lloyd Strayhorn wherever he is. Make sure you go to his website right there on the page, lloyd-strayhorn.com. Let me shout out a few of my sponsors before we continue. It's now 7 minutes after the hour. Remember, on Wednesday, I'll be interviewing Baba Ashra Kwesi, Wednesday, September 6th. And the topic is ancient civilization and why we should pass it on to the youth. And then if you're in Brooklyn, New York, one of my sponsors is my son and his beautiful Empress. Haitian Gallery Art Pop-Up. They're going to be doing a paint and sip at Nicholas Brooklyn at 1396 on September 17th, which happens to be Brother Richard's birthday. Also on the 23rd, I will be back in Brooklyn, New York, to bring Ashra Kwesi and Mira Kwesi. They haven't been together as far as a lecture in 7 years together, but Ashra Kwesi haven't been back to Brooklyn in 4 years. So this is an anticipated event. And now the tickets are up to $40 between September 1st and September the 22nd, which happens to be my sister's birthday. Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. And if you want to do Cash App, PayPal, event or Eventbrite, you can still text me for the links. But yeah, Ashra Kwesi is coming down. Also, another one of my sponsors, Dr. Shakira Moore, great iridologist. She's one out of 3 people. She was the third person that did my iridology. Anket, former wife of Polite, was my first iridologist that done it, and then Dr. Africa, and then it's Dr. Shakira Moore. She's also the third person that has done iridology. I showed you Lloyd Strayhorn already. This is Tariq Moore's business. If you want to travel, book cruises, weddings, destinations, hotel flights, car rentals, restaurant, and so much more, make sure you hit up Tariq. The number's right there on the top. Hit him up, give him a call. Give him a call and tell him that King Simon sent you. Tell him that King Simon sent you and he'll hook you up. He will hook you up. Just tell him that King Simon sent you and hook you up if you got things you want to do. For any occasion, he can help you out. More money, more travel. He's going to help you out. That's his email also. And if you do want to advertise off my show, please, by all means, you can either go to the email right here, ksptvmedia@gmail.com. Drop Squad Kitchen is in Delaware. Welcome to Delaware. Make sure you show them love when you go out there and tell them King Simon sent you. If you like the EPS Holistic Health and Wellness, go get those muscle CBD, muscle gels and all that. It's good for muscles when you're working out after a good workout. Go and get it. That's my family that does that. My son and his beautiful Empress, Elizabeth. Nicholas Brooklyn, been a supporter of mine. I've been a supporter of theirs since the 80s. Make sure you go to Nicholas Brooklyn or Nicholas Cultural. Get 10% off with this flyer. Just do a snapshot of it. And for all retail purchases, not wholesale. If you do want to travel, Baba Ashra Kwesi, call him 214-371-0206. It's a historical travel throughout Kemet, Nubia, and various other places in Cairo, showing you our history in stone. And remember, if you want to get any of my books, please go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. And if you want to take my 2-hour introductory class on Udemy, Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. If you want to take my 8-hour course, Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. Learn it for yourself and apply it. And if you want to do a numeral session for me, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. Remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And like Dr. B. Serious always says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection because no one is perfect in this realm. And like Dr. Blair always says, please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. So let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. I already got the first person that I'm going to break down already. I see PayPal coming in and Cash App coming in. I see y'all. I see a boyfriend and girlfriend thing coming in. I see it. Let me put this on the front page. Let me put it on the front page right here, right now. So y'all know what's going on. There it is. For quick numbers advice about your birthday only, I'm going to show you what cycles you're in and what you need to do in this cycle of the number 8, coming out of the number 7, going into the number 8. I'm going to show you how to work your magic. And I might pull out a few of these books since I have these books with me, more than likely. And of course, I can't forget my books, Numerovation for Mental Stability, or another form of books, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. And of course, Numerology and Decoding Behavior by Michael Brill, very good book also. And the Wisdom and Sound and Numbers, Wisdom, Sound, and Numbers by Leah Brooke Thompson. So there's a multiplicity of books that I just showed you earlier, and then I just finished showing you right now. Everybody can hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Put in the chat. If you can hear me clearly, put the number 1 in the chat. If you can hear me clearly, put the number 1 in the chat. If you can hear me clearly, put the 1 in the chat. If you can hear me clear. Oh, well, Michael, yeah, I thought you was trying to get a session, so I sent your money back. So I just want to be respectful. And because the donation is $10, $15. No disrespect to you, Michael. I just wanted to make sure because I see what you said here. I got it. Brother King Simon, brother, I did not read a reader. Okay, I just want to make sure. Remember your name, Michael, is a master number 22. So sometimes we get misunderstood. You can get misunderstood sometimes with that name alone. That master number 22, which is a 4, hey, it can be misunderstood. So I thought you was trying. I misunderstood that. Apologize. Apologies. To Michael George. Okay. Before I set the grounds for what is about to take place, because this is going to be monumental. Look at this. I want to show everybody something. Let me take that off. I'm gonna just scroll this on the bottom from right now. I'm gonna scroll this on the bottom. Today is 9/3/2023. 2023. And if you break it all down, when you add it from an older perspective, 9 plus 3 plus 2023 equals 2035. If you add it across, it'll come down to a number 19, which is a 10, which is cool. Every aspect counts. And 2035 will tell the person that's alert to numbers that universally this 10 adds up to a number 10, which equals a number 1. So I'm gonna put that up here real quick. I just want to put it up there real quick so y'all can see it for yourself that I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, what I do. So universal day, when you add the month, the day, and the year, adds up to 2035, and 2 plus 3 plus 5 equals 10, which is a 1. Let's go to the board. With just this date, I just want to show you something. And then I'm going to start getting it in and why it's important to understand your vibrations. Let me I'm here messing up here. Understand the vibrations. Okay. So your brother's going to go to the board now. And I see Cash App and PayPal. I'm coming to everybody. So you might not see me the way you want to see me. But right, let me see if I could, yeah, there it is. Okay, let me see. Okay, so dealing with that date, real time. I want to show people real time stuff. 9/3/2023. And then when you break it down, it's 2000. 2000. Like I said, right? Very important that you recognize. So 35, right? And when you add that up, that's going to be a 10, which is a 1. Can everybody see that on the board? Can everybody see that on the board? Let me know, put in the number 1 if you see that on the board. If you see it on the board, put on the number 1. If you see it on the board, put the number 1 in the chat if you can see that equation right there. You can see the number 1. Yeah, you can share, like, do what you like, but I'm going to stay focused. Thumb up, share, and like this broadcast. I'm about to stay focused. So that is the number that's up there from that perspective. That is the number that's up there from that perspective. So you'll know how you got the number. So if you do it the old method of adding up the numbers, putting the month, and depending if you live in England or London, it doesn't matter. So somebody might be, England might send their 3 and then 9. So, I got it, if you're in that part of the world. But when you add the month, day, and the year that we're in, this year, current year, we get 2035, which equals 10 which is a 1. Now, when you do it across, that's when you see on YouTube. This is what you see online most of the time. The across, 9 plus 3 plus 2 plus, plus 0 plus 2 plus 3, which equals, on another aspect, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, which equals 19. So if that's the case, a holistic numerator, which I am, looks at both systems if we have to, because as you can see, there's another equation that it comes out to. So when you add it across, you get 19, that adds up to a 10, which is a 1. But when you add it down, you get 2035, which adds up to a 10, which is a 1. Which one do I use? Guess what, brothers and sisters? I use them all because I want to see the bigger picture. I use them all. So if I see 19 in the cross before it reaches 10, because I know I'm going to get to 10 already, then I got to look at the 19. So think about this. If I go into, let's say, my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, for the number 19, the first thing I'm going to find in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, that the number 19 is a symbol of final accomplishments, from the alpha, number 1, to the omega, number 9. And in many older studies, the number 19 is known as one of the best combination of numbers in numerology. And it is a highly favorable number and also known as a karmic number. Now, why is 19 called a karmic number? Because if you don't make definitive ways to shine your light and to be guided with the and because what happens sometimes when 19 shows up, or 13, or the other karmic numbers that shows up, 16 and those type of numbers might show up. You got to remember, when they show up, they're revealing something that you may have brought back with you to this realm from a mathematical perspective. Let me say that again. It's revealing something that you may have brought back to this realm that you probably didn't do in the last time you was here, if people believe in reincarnation. So the school system is based on the same thing. The school system, if you don't do right in your grades, then they will leave you back. So just think about it just like that. So you may have not did what you had to do. So when 19 shows up, I'm going to look at the 19. I'm going to give you the positive perspective of the 19. I'm going to give you the negative perspective of the 19. Then I'm going to give you the 10. I'm going to give you the positive perspective of the 10 and give you the negative perspective. Then I'm going to give you the 1. Then I'm going to give you the positive perspective and then the negative perspective of it. Same here. But because I see 2035, 2035 is very important to a holistic numerologist. Let me say that again. 2035, although it immediately breaks down to the number, trying to find another book. Although it immediately breaks down to another, to the number 10, I got to look at 20 and I got to look at 35 for this person's personal year cycle, because it's revealing something even in that even in that number. And it gets technical. I'm going to keep it simple for all you, because I got to finish by a certain time. Because I'll be up here, I got to turn on the air conditioner. Don't mind me. I got a personal air conditioner for this room here. So I got to turn on the air conditioner. So it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot. So it's important for when I do personal or cycle-like numbers to reveal the cycle or the theme that you're going in, because that is exactly what it is. It's just a theme. So if this person is in a number 10 year, a 10 personal cycle, or a number 1 personal cycle, or have the 2035 and it'll have the 19, then that's the theme, the multiple themes that's in the year. It's still there. So I got to break down all of that. But I want to show y'all something else before we get into where I'm going to go. Check this out. There was a man named John Laurie, numerologist of the 1950s. Actually, his book came out in 1959. His book came out in 1959. This man, in his teachings, John Lowry, I don't know if y'all have written it down. If you want to write it down, I'm just going to give y'all some numerology history. This man, in his teachings, oh, this red is messing up my board. I'm going to have to spray this. Hold on. Mess up my board. I got things to do. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Now what you're going to recognize with John Lowry's concept is a little different than what all the other numerologists are putting out there. And I guess that's why they probably stopped, not diss him, but they just didn't want to do what he was doing at that time. But it makes a lot of sense for me. So I'm going to start off with my birthday real quick before I get into what I got to go with y'all. I'm born February 1st, 1967. So when you add it all up, it adds up to 1970, which equals 17, which that makes my life path number an 8. Some problem with this darn thing. Makes my life path number a number 8. John Lowry, author of 1959, he says, if you want to get the personal year going, if you want the personal year, that you should also add your month, day, and year, and whatever it equates to, and then add the year that you're in. Because he felt that the life path, since the life path follows you throughout your whole life, why not add it? And from his perspective, it makes sense. So if you add, in other words, let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean real quick. If my birthday is 2/1/1967, and that adds up to 1970, John Lowry is the person that's going to do this. He's going to do 1966. He's going to do it like this. 23, which my personal new year would be, if I just did month and day, my personal new year would be 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 20, 26. That equals a 10. What John Lowry would tell you to do, this is what he'll tell you to do, is add your life path to it, which would make it a number 9 frequency. Add your life path to it, so it would make a number 9. So if my life path is a number 17, which is an 8, John Lowry's concept is, after you get all of that, make sure you add your life path, because the life path follows you throughout your life, even during your personal cycles that you're going through. The life path is followed. So in the full equation, I would be in a full 9 year life path according to the science from his perspective. But I'm going to keep it simple. I just wanted to show y'all that there's various perspectives on finding your life path and then dealing with personal numbers. It makes sense because if your life path is what follows you throughout your life, regardless if you add the month or day or whatever, then that is significant. Your life path is always going to be significant in your life, whether you're doing personal months. So when you get down to the personal month or your personal cycle, and like my cycle adds up to a number 2026, which is a 10, then I add the 10 plus the 8, since my life path, my actual life path, when I added the month, the day, and my personal year when I was born, add up to a number 8. Then I add 8 plus 10, which is 18, which is 9. So that's another aspect of what is a part of your personal month or personal year number. It's another aspect. So you can, now you're looking at things from a holistic perspective and not just one way, not just what they say and what this other numerologist says. And I like when numerologists can pull that type of information out of me, because then I analyze it. I've had that book for years. I've had that book for like 10 years. And then I realized he makes a lot of sense, that if the life path follows you throughout your life, then you got to equate it and connect it to the personal year that you're going through. You got to move. You got to do it, because it's still there anyway. You understand? It's still there anyway, because it follows you throughout your life. All right, let me get out of that. Now we're going to get into some of the people that have been sharing their Cash App and sharing frequent. And thank you very much so far on PayPal. Thank y'all very much. Let me look on my who's been sharing. Let me see who I'm going to start off with first. Yes. I'm going to go in order. Those who do want to be on my, let me say this. Those who want to be on my my list, as far as my waiting list. It's a small waiting list. It's into October right now. You can text me your full name and date of birth, and I will talk to you later. I will text you later the details. This is how you text. You can text me. Oh, sorry. You can text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. So the first person I'm going to deal with is Daquan Jefferson. He's on my list thus far. We're going to start with Daquan in a few seconds, but I just wanted to keep this up there for a little bit. All right. Those who want to take my classes, please go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. If you just want to take the 2-hour classes. But remember, if you pay for this class, which is $444, if you pay for this class, you get to watch those things. It's yours for the rest of your life. Pass it on to your children to study, whatever. You pay for this class. It's an 8-hour class. Learn at your own pace. Learn at your own pace. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Hey, Goddess. What's up, Goddess? You got Goddess switching the code. You understand where I'm coming. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you too, baby. I appreciate you too. Somebody said that was deep. I'm just coming from another perspective, Kinetic Killer. I'm just coming from another perspective so people can always think on a broader perspective. Don't limit yourself. You take it the way you take it. Now there are some laws, just like you have a law, just like you have the law of circulation and the law of reproduction in your body. There are some laws. There are some laws to these numbers in various systems. There are some laws. I want to make sure y'all understand that. There are some laws. I'm here showing. Hold on one second. There are some laws to these various systems. I'm jumping from camera to camera, so please forgive me. There are some laws to these various systems, from the Pythagorean, Chaldean, the Gematria, Kabbalah. There are some laws. There are some resonant laws that you have to adhere to, but those laws are not here to confine you. They're not here to lock you into some box and some spiral and some linear spiral. You're supposed to spiral up with this information and not spiral down. You're supposed to spiral up with this information. I'm not advertising eternal, am I? But it's all right. You're supposed to spiral up and not spiral down. So if I see a doubling of letters, so you might see E, N, and W in the same word. It doesn't see when you see E, N, and W. When you see N, E, W in all forms of numerology, or in, let's say, the Pythagorean form of numerology, you'll see 5, 5, 5. That does not mean that you've seen the angel number 555, where you can recognize it for that way, but when it comes to the vibration of the number itself, N-E-W, E is the 5th letter, N is the 14th letter, and W is the 23rd letter. All of them are 3 distinct levels of number 5. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Those are all 3 distinct letters. So it's not 555 as you just see it, although you might want to look at it as an angel number because you see the 555. But when you go into it, in actuality, it's 5, 14, and 23. So that's when you start looking at it from a holistic perspective. That's why I always say when I see double N's in a name, or double E's in a name, or double M's in a name, that's where you find the master numbers. That's where you find the master numbers in actuality. That's where you find them at. If you have 4 M's in a name, that's where you're going to see the angel number 44 because it matches the frequency of the letter itself. It's not a mismatch. It's not N is 14 and E is the number 5 and W is the 23. I'm trying to show you how to think and how to look beyond the veil to make sure that the mathematical vibration that you're picking up on is all wise, right, and exact, because mathematics is life and life is mathematics. Like the Nation of Islam used to say, mathematics is Islam and Islam is mathematics. This is mathematics. Understand, this is mathematics. It's just how you apply them is going to be the most important part of the mathematics. How you apply your mathematics. So anytime I see double letters in your name, like Billy, you know Billy Carson. Double L's, 33 in the Pythagorean and 33 in the Chaldean. Consistent. That is a consistent energy of the healing and imaginative and the childlike, and why he attracts younger people, because that's a younger energy. It's called the Christ anointed energy. Christ only means anointed. That's really what the word Christ means, anointed. So whatever that person that holds the double N, even though your name might spell and might add up to something else, when you do add the 2, let's say in the Pythagorean system with Billy, when you do add the 2 or the 9 and the 7, or you might add it in the Chaldean system, 2, 1, and the 1, then that does equate to something. That's 6, that's 4, 4, 8, that's 10. It does still equate to a leadership number, but that 33 energy is still resonant. It's also part of the active number of his name. That's how powerful it gets. And if you're in the Pythagorean system, the same way. The resonant energy of 33 is still strong in that person's name because the first name is the active name. The middle name is the bridge or the bridging of the gap name. The last name is the hereditary name. So even if it's in your last name, like my last name Brown, in one system adds up to 9, the other system it adds up to 22. So obviously the master builder, the master architect, the master of expansion on a spiritual and a physical level, and the 9 is the international high level number. That's the number of, every time you heard the name Brown in history, they've done something on some masterful level. James Brown, Buster Brown, Charlie Brown. You see where I'm going with this? Chris Brown, John Brown's body, Les Brown. Anytime you see Brown popping up, Bobby Brown, that has a master number resonance. And it's an international rest. So most of those people that I just named, or those businesses that I just named, are international and have resonated on a master number frequency. If we work at it, if we use it, and if we employ the knowledge and the wisdom and the vibration. Come on now, like Bill Cosby would say, come on, people. That was his book. I got that book somewhere. So, all right, let me get into the people that's been spreading love. Spread love, I got you here on my phone, so I can see who's sending money and who's not. I can see it. And the first one up, the first guy up, Daquan Jefferson. Thank you very much. He's born the same day as Red Pill and Blue Pill. So remember, family. Remember, this is the theme for today. This is the theme for today. This is the theme for today. Here's the topic for today. I want to make sure y'all are clear. This is the topic for today. It's scrolling on the bottom. Excuse me. This is the topic for today. How to allow the theme of the number 8 to work for you. Why am I talking about the number 8 in a number 7 year? Because now that we are in the sneak peek months, the 8 energy is starting to gradually come into play from September, October, November, and December. Let me say that again for those who don't understand. Why is King Simon talking about the number 8 frequency? Because as we have entered into September, the 9th month, which in another concept, September comes from the number 7. But because we're resonating and calling it the 9th month, 9 is a reflective energy that whatever you add to it, it's going to reflect that energy back. It's going to reflect that energy back. Let me show you real quick. 9. I'm going to put the number 9 here. 2023 and 2024. We're in the number 9 month. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, because we're in the resonant month of September, which is considered a 9 month, with an under meaning for the 7 energy, because the word septus or septembus means not 7. There's a frequency behind that, but I'm not going to get that deep again. I did that already. So when you add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 plus 9, that equals 16. And when you add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 plus 9 equals 17. So what the month of September is doing is reflecting the year that we're leaving and reminding you of the year that's coming. Especially towards the end of the month, because we start feeling the effects of it even more towards the end of September, the last week or the last 2 weeks of September. So right now, we're about to leave the 7 energy in a minor way, but we're about to enter the 8 energy in a minor way, because the 9th month is reflecting both sides. So you'll start seeing what's going on, especially with election, what's going on with everything, going on with the pandemic, whatever they're trying to do, whatever they're trying to rehatch and bring back to the forefront. That's what is happening with the energy. Also with money and finances, it's good to work on your finance and work on gaining and diversifying your portfolio as we're coming in this 9 month, going into the 10th, 11th, and the 12th month. That's the science. That's what I want y'all to pay attention to. All right, good. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So, Mr. Daquan Jefferson, you're born. need a better pen. I should have bought some new ones. You're born 11/14. And I'm going to add 2024 to your name, to your birthday. Mr. Jefferson, when you add that up, 11 plus 14 equals 25. That equals 5. When you add it to 2024, that equals 2049. I want to do it the old way because the old way brings a little bit more dimension to what I need to come across with that person. Now, when you add that across, you see the 20 and the 49. Very good. 2 plus 4 plus 9 equals 15. So, in general, Mr. Daquan Jefferson, who's born 4, and red pill and blue pill and Rob and Roland Martin, this is their personal cycle year that they're in right now. The 15-6 personal cycle year. In tarot, the 15 is known as the devil card, the battling between the physical and spiritual, because if you study the history of Satan or the devil, that was a battle. He was once an angel of light. He was once the beautiful angel of light that God loved and all that. And then he battled between the physical and the spiritual, what he wanted to accomplish and what he wanted to do to take over and be controlling over man. And he didn't want man to be, didn't feel that man deserved the power that they deserved. That's what that was all about, that whole devil energy. But devil means lived backwards, and it means the devil frontwards. So they're battling between the physical and the material world, the spiritual and the physical world. And that 1 and the 5 says in this particular crossroads of your life, because you are in a crossroads, you've been in a crossroads since 2022, you've been in the crossroads. Crossroads means this person born under this frequency have to cross the road and make definitive decisions. But this is a love cycle. This is also a relationship cycle. This is also a pregnancy cycle. So if you are in a relationship, Mr. Jefferson, this is a cycle of either loss or gain of relationship, loss or gain of family members, loss or gain of housing, loss or gain, because all even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, represents a loss or gain of something, and they're all pregnancy numbers. Don't mean you're going to be pregnant with baby, but you can have a child if you're working on children in this particular year coming into the 8 personal year. Or you could be pregnant with new ideals, new money-making attraction, because 6 is also a magnetic number. So look out for the magnetism of the 6 energy that you're bringing in coming into 2024. That is your theme of that particular year. And let me go to a book. Let me read something from one of the books. Let's read it from the Indian perspective of numerology. Good book to have, like I said. Let's go from his perspective, what he says. Because you're going into a 6th personal year as your birthday commences next year, but you're going to start feeling the effects of it in 2024. Now, I want to note, you're going to still be in a 5 personal year cycle from your birthday until 2024 of your birthday, but you'll start feeling the double effects because you're born in the latter parts of the year. So anytime the next year come in, you start feeling the effects of the next year much more as it comes towards and getting closer to your birthday. Once you understand that, beautiful. Now, what does Harish Johari says about a number 6 year? It says, the number 6 is ruled by Venus, and it means good for family relationship, free from problems of household affairs, good for romance and conceiving a child, good for interior decorating, acting, musician, poet, painting, as well as filmmaking, theater, people, and those involved in show business, good for jewelers and people involved in perfume business, good for spending or decoration or entertainment, and it's a time to get employment for those unemployed, and a time to deal with items of beauty, sensual enjoyment, worldly pleasures, and gifts. That's what he says in his book. I'm just giving you from that perspective so you know that I'm not playing games with. But because I see also 2049, 20 is still the number of awakening, discernment, and judgment. And I'm doing a lot because he sent us $33. This man gave us $33. So I'm showing him a lot. I'm showing him a lot of love. The 2 and the 4, 2, 4, and 9 all had 2, 0, 4, and 9 has an energy. And when you go into the study of numerology with that energy of the 49 being the last part of that energy, in numerology, that 49 in numerology actually means the same as 31. And 31 in numerology says that you have to really pay attention to your mental disposition in a year that's coming up. 20 says you got to be aware and alerted and be careful of your judgment that you make to people. But 49 says you have to be careful of feeling self-contained, feeling lonely, feeling isolated. So the 20 is here to alert you to be aware of it from a spiritual perspective. But the 4 and the 9, which actually comes down to a number 13, which is a power and dominant number, you got to be a little bit careful and hold your mind at a higher level. And don't let emotional things take you down. Like Les Brown would say, when things go wrong, don't go with it, especially in a crossroads of your life, because the word crossroads, somebody asked me what the word crossroad means. Cross road. That's all you have to do, cross the road, stop being indecisive. So you're in a crossroads cycle. You've been in a crossroads cycle for 2 years. You're entering the 3rd year of your crossroads cycle, going into next year. And then the last crossroads cycle is the number 7 year, which comes in 2025 for you, Mr. Jeffersons. On that note, that's how it can help you. Because the theme of next year is about what I just read to you from Jaharish, and what I said, and then what I read from Harish Jahari's book, Numerologist, a Vedic numerology, how he breaks it down also. Next, I am going to go to, hold on, people are still sending. All right, I like that. Okay. Wow. Mr. Jefferson, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me go to next for Mr. Jefferson. Who else is next here? I believe it's Amberly. Amberly, you sent 11 and 28, 11.28, $11.28. I think you sent something for you and your boyfriend. I think, yeah. Okay, my birthday is okay. Hold on a second here. No, I see 2 PayPal. Hold on, I see 2 PayPal. You got your boyfriend, which is June 26th. 1994, and your birthday. Let's focus on you first. Your birthday is May 23rd. I believe that's Shaka Khan's birthday, or one of them, Shaka Khan or yeah, Shaka Khan's birthday, because I think yeah, that's Shaka Khan's birthday there, Shaka Khan, and that's what's his face birthday, Ryan Coogler's birthday, May 23rd. So Amberly, I'm going to deal with your birthday right now because you're the second person that circulated some funds. You sent 11.28 for both. So whatever energy you send me, I'm going to go off of that energy. You sent me 11.28 for both you and your boyfriend. I got it. I know what it is. I got it. So we're going to deal with your birthday, which is 5/23/2020. Some tell me to go to 2023, but let's deal with what's going on in the year to come, because we're now feeling the effects of certain things. And I'll put your boyfriend over here, and I'll go to him right after. Since you sent some money for both him, he should be paying for you, but I'm just not gonna say nothing, okay? But I know y'all love each other, and that's nice. That's beautiful. Let me see his birthday again. My BF's birthday. It could be boyfriend or best friend. I don't know what it is. It could be best friend too. I don't know. So let's deal with his. I'm only going to deal with what cycle he's going into and what cycle you're going into as the number 8 year comes in. I want people to be clear with it. I'm not doing your life path and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to just do it. If you want a full session with me, then we can get into all that. But right now, I'm focusing on the 8 because the 8 represents build and destroy. That means it's in your hand to either build your life or destroy your life. That's what the 8 represents. It represents money, finance, power. It represents all of that, but it's dealing with also energetic finance, energetic power, energy. That's what the 8, because it looks like the erected infinity symbol when it's actually 2 circles. These are actually 2 circles. Infinity symbol is actually like this. That's the infinity. And sometimes it can go like this. This is an 8. It's 2 circles on top of each other to make the 8. Everybody now make it look like it's the infinity because it seems to be a resemblance of the infinity symbol, but it's not. But whatever floats your boat, if you feel that you need to put infinity to it, then by all means, create the infinity symbol. That's whatever's going to help you out. But it's actually 2 circles on top of each other in the science and the symbolism of it. All right? So, going to y'all too. Let me deal with his birthday. He's born the 24th. 26th. He's born the same day as Dr. York and Michael Baisden. Let's deal with you first, if you don't mind. I will deal with you first, Amberly. So when I add up your birthday, the 5 plus the 23 equals 28. This is usually called your pinnacle number in certain systems, your alignment number, or it's called your achievement number in cosmic numerology. This is what you're aligned to achieve that will take you to a certain level of your pinnacle. This pinnacle number helps to align you to your achievement levels. Let's put it like that, because the first pinnacle usually lasts for like 9 years, depending from the time you start off at 27 years of age, or it depends on what system you're using. But to keep it simple, I call it the alignment number. Michael Brill call it the achievement number. So it tells me already, and this equals 5, 23 adds up to 5, and when you add it all up together, 24 equals 2052, and 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 and 2 is 9. So you're going into a 9 personal year cycle. You're going into a 9 personal year cycle, which deals with removal of people. Right now, since we're still in 2023, you're in an 8 personal year cycle going into and feeling the effects of a 9 cycle, Amberly. And that just means that you got to look around you in every aspect of you and ask yourself, who, what, and what do I need in my life right now? Between this year going into that year, this is the decisions that you're going to have to make. You got to recognize the assets and liabilities in your life and get rid of the liabilities by the time you get into 2024 of your birthday. Because this is going to be a whole detoxification cycle. Spiritually, mentally, physically, and anybody that's not serving your purpose, by the time you reach into 2025, they're going to be gone. People that are miserable, that are not serving your highest and wisest purpose, Amberly, they're not going to be in your life no more, because you're going into a 9 personal year cycle, which is higher level, higher elevation, higher reach. But it's also the number of detoxification, removal, endings, completions. You understand what I'm saying? So it's going to come up. This is just vibration. Energy comes. It comes. It's traveling in the atmosphere and the ether all the time. So because 2024 is the resonant energy of 2024 adds up to number 8, because you're born on the 23rd, which is the royal star of the lion and lioness, which equals the number 5, your compassion and your willingness to expand and grow is going to allow you to become adaptable. But at the end of the day, you got to allow yourself. That's what I like what Dr. B. Sirius talked about. We got to learn to allow ourselves to release people or let people in. It's an allow. You got to allow. And because you're going to be in a higher level of understanding and a higher level of vibration, You got to strive to stay on the high and don't let nobody bring you down, especially because you're born under one of the most successful numbers in numerology. One of the most successful numbers. Michael Jordan held 23. He's not even born on the 23rd. Kobe Bryant is born on the 23rd. Ray Charles is born on the 23rd. Lisa Ray is born on the 23rd. Amos Wilson is born on the 23rd. Yo, 23rd do some great stuff in this realm. That rapper that died, that young rapper, Exception, I don't know how to say it. He born January 23rd. So 23rd do some magical things in this realm. I think Kobe Bryant held the number 23 for a certain amount of time in his career. I'm not sure. I'm not too much of a basketball aficionado. I'm not that. But I'm just letting you know there should be no scattered brainness with you, Amber. No scattered brain, because there's a lot of scattered energy around you. You got to get rid of the scattered energy and start honing in your discipline, because that's what the 8 year is going to remind you. But that's also what the 9, because right now you're still in an 8 year cycle going into a 9. So after you do the disciplinary work with yourself and your nerves and all of that, now it's time for you to put in that work and finish the job. Get rid of some peoples. All right, I'm going to finish with you. You done. I'm going to your boyfriend. Gave me $11.28. I'm flowing with the energy. Flowing with the energy. That's just me flowing. That's me. So I'm going to go to your BF. You say BF because that means boyfriend, that means best friend. Whatever it is, I'm going to go with him. All right? So he born the same day as Dr. York. He born the same day as Michael Bazin and a few other people in life, in his celebrity history. So when you add 6 plus 26, that equals 32. I see why y'all attracted to each other, because his alignment numbers are 32 and you're born on the 23. Go figure. Equals 5. I see why y'all attracted to each other. I got it. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Cool with that. 26 equals the number 8. And when you add it all together, that's 2024. That equals 2056. Everything is mathematics. Applied. This is applied mathematics in your mother flipping face. This is applied mathematics. I'm applying it. I could even do multiplication with this if I wanted to get the trajectory. That's how deep it can get. I could do subtraction. I could do division. Numerology just means the study of numbers, and all this is working with numbers from multiple levels. Don't let them just say it's esoteric and it's a pseudo. That's bullcrap. Whoever wrote that in Wikipedia, those are biased people, because numbers is everywhere, and everybody like to say numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. Numbers don't lie, and numbers connected to you don't lie. Connected to your name don't lie. You got to allow yourself to understand that and understand that. And some of you aren't willing to allow yourself. You can't believe it's that simple. Just like 1 plus 2 equals 3. It's that simple. All over the world in any language. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, your boyfriend or your best friend, I don't really need to put that down. When you add this across, 6 plus 5 is 11, 12, 13. He's coming out of a 3-year cycle, which deals with expansion and growth. He should have been writing and jotting down things and doing what necessary, bringing certain ideals to fruition for this year, 2023. But he's going into a 4-year cycle, which can be a very powerful cycle for him if he resonates hard on the 13, because 13 is a number of power and dominance, but it takes creativity, it takes the willingness to expand, and then it takes discipline. That's the number 4. 4 and 8 are the disciplinary numbers, and all master numbers are discipline, from 11 to 99, all disciplinary numbers, because in order for you to be a master, you have to have discipline. And I'm not saying he has a master number. I'm just saying all the disciplinary numbers are usually either 4, 8, 7 in a minor way, because 7 is a research number and you have to have discipline to do the deep dive research. But all master numbers all the way from 11 to 99 are disciplinary numbers also, because they are master numbers. And you got to be willing to master. So he's going into a 4 personal year cycle. And fourth deals with the first crossroads of his life. It's time for him to cross the road, make some firm decisions, because sometimes people born on the 26th, let me read something to you about the people born on the 26th from this old numerologist named Kiro, The Book of Numbers by Kiro. You can Google this up and find it. But if you go to his book and you read about the 26th, it's going to be very interesting. So don't get frightened for those people born on the 26th. It says, the number is full of the gravest warnings for the future. It foreshadows disaster brought by association with others, ruins, bad speculation, bad partnerships, bad unions, and bad advice. That's the 26 energy on its negative. And that's all he wrote in there. He didn't even put the positive. He put the direct negative. That's why I see that why people sometimes run away from certain numbers. It depends on how numbers was introduced to you. But that's what people don't think. To every negative, even if there's a lot of negative in certain numerology books, because they want to give you the direct, unfiltered meaning of the numbers, there is something to balance that off. So the balance of the number 26 is that this person has to be willing to be compassionate about what he does, be loving about what he does, be healing and forgiving about what he does in order for him to expand to the greatest aspect of what he wants to do. He has to allow himself, like Dr. B. Serious would say, big up Dr. B. Serious. He has to allow himself to do that and stop allowing people to put him in a doodle bag because of his 5 energy. Because 5 on the negative, his alignment numbers are 5. He had to be careful of the company he keep, or it would lead him to either being addictive to something, addicted to drug, addicted to sex, addicted to negative things, when he should be addicted to positive things, money making. He should be addicted to compassion, addicted to educating himself. I'm talking about your BF. I don't know what a BF is. I don't know if it's your best friend or your boyfriend. But these are significant numbers also. But y'all gave me 1128, so I'm going to, when y'all ready to do a full session, y'all can make it happen. I'm going to keep that word allow there. I like the word allow because that's a good word. That 33 energy is strong and allow. I hope y'all got that, Amberly and your BF. Hope y'all got that. Let me see what's happening. Woo! Preach, brother. Somebody said preach, but Lord, these are all. Oh my goodness. I ain't finished. I got more people. I gotta go. I gotta go straight to them. Those that I'm gonna be up here until like 1 o'clock. So let me move on fast. Let me move fast. Here it is. Move fast. Wow. Okay. We just did Amberly and her boyfriend. Hold on 1 second. Let me see who's next. Jaleesa. What up, Jaleesa? How you doing, babe? Oh. Okay, I don't see your birthday up there. I just see Jill. Jill, if you're in the chat, I need to see your birthday, Jill. Let me scroll up if Jill was in the chat. Jill Scott Herron. Jill, where you at? Jill. I don't, Jill, you want me to just focus on your name, Jaleesa? I mean, I can do your name. That's easy for me. If you ain't put up a birthday, Jill, I'm just gonna deal with your name. Oh, this is Jill. Oh, okay, that's you. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're a beautiful one. Okay, stop playing. All right. Oh, she's sexy. All that mercy. She's sexy. Let me stop playing with you. Okay, Jill, you are born. Okay, you're born the 20th of July. A friend of mine is born like that. She's a superstar insurance lady too. That's a good field for you to get into because people born on the 20th love to help people. People born on the 20th love to help people. But sometimes you give people the benefit of the doubt. You got to be very careful, Jill, of energy vampires, Jill. Let me come up in the camera. You got to be very careful of energy vampires, Jill. Stop playing with these Negroes. She probably said, you ain't telling a lie. Because you got to remember, people born on the 20th of any month. This is a loving companionship number. This number 2. So it adds extremity to the 0 adds extremity. So You may go through relationship issues and ups and downs because they don't understand how much you put all in your love. She laughing too. Look at her. She laughing. You there? You're like, oh, this Negro here telling my life. I better get a reading from him. I can't do this publicly up in this piece. Never lie. She said, never lie. They say, see, she knows what I'm saying. She knows what I'm saying. All right. So let's deal with what you're going to be going into for next year, right? But remember, 20 is the number of awakening and awareness and insight. So your gut feelings don't lie. To be honest with you, your gut feeling is the only reason you let people lie to you is because you give people again the benefit of the doubt. And people born on the 20th have to be careful of energy vampires. Yes, people born on the 20th have to be careful of energy vampires. So let's get it in, Jill. You sent $11. That's a nice number. So I'm gonna stay with that 11 frequency. I'm gonna stay with that 11 frequency. You sent $11. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. So this is I'm not dealing with your life path. I'm only dealing with the year that you're going because that is going to be an 8-year, and we're gonna start feeling the effects of the 8-year. We're feeling the effects of what's to come in this month, going into October, November, December, and then when we get into January, the 8 will be officially in, but you'll start feeling the effects, what you need to prep yourself for. So, in other words, I'm looking at the cycle of the future cycle. I'm looking into your future cycle. I'm not reading the future. I'm looking at the patterns and cycles and sequences that you can attract with 2024 already added to the month and day that you're born. So when you add 7 plus 20, that equals 27. Now, this is very significant to you, Jill. This is very significant to you because this contradicts this. And sometimes people may consider you a walking contradiction because you're battling between a few energies here. Because remember, every number has an element and a planet attached to it. So if the number 9 is the element of fire, and this is the element of water, guess what happens? One tries to cancel out the other unless you learn to understand why you have that 9 alignment. Now, in cosmic numerology, let me show you that book again. In cosmic numerology, it's a good book to have, Decoding Numerology for Decoding Behavior, written by Michael Brills, who used to work for NASA. He says it in the back of his book. He used to work for NASA. He used to work for the government, a numerologist that worked for the government. Oh, yeah, he got some secrets. He understands some stuff. He's an older guy now. I even got his workbook. I took his workbook and everything. I got into all of that. But because your alignment number or pinnacle number or achievement number adds up to 27, which is a 9, which I'll break down to 27. 9 says, according to him and cosmic numerology, this is your last exam on Earth. What does that mean to you? That's up to you. This is your last exam on Earth. I can go to it right now and show you and read it for you. I don't look. I'm one of those people. Achievement number 9. That's when you add the month and the day equates to 27. Break it down to the 9. But 27 means something also. This individual who have the 9 as an achievement number has chosen to take a final exam of being human. This is your final exam according to this. Now, you can mess it up if you want. But if you don't want to come back here after you did all of this, then you can move on to the next whatever. It's up to you, because what I always tell clients that have this master number 9 or have this 9 energy at this point, I say, look, you got to learn to live full of your dreams, your aspiration, all your goals without fear, because 9 is one of the numbers of fearlessness. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Let me say it again. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. That was said by Farrah Gray and many other numeral master motivators. Everything we want is on the other side of fear. So if the fearless number of number 9 pops up in your chart first, then you need to be fearless in whatever great things you want to accomplish, because the number 20 is the number of awakening and some great purpose that's supposed to happen if you're willing to put the spiritual and the physical work. That's what it's telling you. But if you're not willing to put in the work, then hey, it will just lay dormant. If you don't plant the seed, it just won't grow. That's just how it is. Just trying to show you how this worked for you, because this is your birthday, not mine. This is your personal cycle. So when I add that 27 plus 2024, that 27 plus 2024 plus 2024 equals 2051. That adds up to a number 8. So you're in an 8 personal, you're going into an 8, you're coming out of the crossroad of your life, 7 cycle this year, going into an 8 personal cycle, going to 20 in 2024. Whatever you've done in these past 4 years is going to determine how much money you're going to make, how much spiritual advancement you're going to make, how much things that you're going to do, and taking yourself to another level, because it's about spiraling up, not spiraling down. Now, if you're all in your feelings and you're going through mental problems, then this will create a problem for this, because you're coming out of the 7 cycle, going into an 8 cycle. And in my book, New Motivation for Mental Stability, both these numbers are mental numbers that can lead either up the highest vibration of mental stability or the lowest vibration of mental instability. So protecting your mind by doing the necessary spiritual work is what 20 is telling you to do. But because 27 is also at your alignment, 27 is the number of creativity and productivity, so you can gain and harvest what you want for yourself. So in any case, you got to be creative. 2 and 7 are the water numbers. You're born under a water number. You're also connected to the water sign, I believe. Oh, you're right there cusping Cancer and Leo. But 27 is 2 water numbers that says you got to take the downloads and finish what you started, because the downloads come through you through inspiration. It comes through you through dreams, daydreams, thoughts might come to you. Those are the downloads. But that's the assertive 9 that's reminding you that whatever you download to this realm, you better finish the job. You better act on the highest and wisest level of it. Oh yeah, that's real deal. It's real information. Am I making sense? Before I erase your thing, because you gave me $11. Thank you very much for your $11. It was highly appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next. We got it. Get it. Lord have mercy. Allow. You see that thing on the board? Allow. Big up to Dr. B Series that taught us to allow, not just I am. And I understand why he says I am was a good frequency for its time. But if you learn to I allow, if you allow yourself, now you're allowing all of your cells and DNA to work for you to put you in that position to become the I am. But you got to allow yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually to become an I man. Because you can say, I am a millionaire all you damn near want to. I can say that. I can say I'm a billionaire all I want to. But that's words. But if I'm allowing myself to become a billionaire, that means I got to put in the work to get to where I got to go to become the I am of that billion. Till that billion becomes part of me. Because I got $1 billion energy. I got $1 billion spirit. I got $1 billion ideas. But if you're not connected to the right energy to make this thing happen, then it won't be the Billy. You won't be part of the Billy Club. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. So next, let me see who else I got here after Jill. Miss Ray, Angelic Ray. What's up, Angelic Ray? You're born the 26th of December. Okay. I'm not doing the life path. That's why I'm not going to do your year up here. I'm not doing any years up here. I'm just going to do what year you're going into for next year. If you want to do that life path stuff and everything else and how it all works with your name and all that kind of stuff, book a session with me. Book a full session with me. You can have some fun with me. Book a full session with me. Here it is. So you can look at it. Woo! It takes me, it's a lot of energy. That's why y'all got to circulate energy. I'll let y'all know when to stop circulating energy. If y'all want this done, it's all a brief. It's a brief. It's like underwear, girl. Like Fruit of the Looms. It's brief. So if you do want to book a session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth. 347-496-1022. 4961022. I do have a minor waiting list. I got to be honest with you. I do have a minor waiting list. If you do want to skip my list, then it costs a little extra. If you want to take my classes, there they are. Boom. If you want to get my books, there they are. Go to linktree/King Simon the Numerator. That's linktree/King Simon the Numerator. Yeah. Okay. Boom. All right. Like I said, I'm going in order. So I'm up to, I see, I got Angelic. After Angelic will be Sarah. After Sarah will be Stephanie. After Stephanie will be Marley. After Marley will be Aisha. Those are the names that I see so far. It's the names I got, Cash App and PayPal. So Angelic Ray, you born, this is interesting because I used to date a sister born the same day. I don't know if she's the same year. She's a little older. She was like a year or two older than me, I think. But Angelic Ray, I'm up to you, Angelic Ray. Get ready. I'm not going to embarrass you. But 12, 26, and next year is going to be a good, it's going to be, let me say, not, I don't like to say good year for people when, just because you're born on 26, which is with an 8, and 2024 is an 8. It's a favorable year for you because you're born on the 26th. It's a favorable year. Next year is a favorable year. Yes. It's a favorable year for you, but it can go both left and right if you're not disciplined with who and what you need to do with your life, because 8 is going to be one of your supportive net. 2024 is going to be one. It's going to be one of the good years for those born on the 8th, born on the 17th and the 26th of the month. And it's going to be a favorable for those under the sign of Capricorn next year, 2024. Because it adds up to a number 8. And Capricorn is connected to the number 8. And Aquarius in the minor weather, because before Uranus was found, Capricorn and Aquarius shared the same planet of Saturn, which is also connected to the number 8, which is known as a karmic planet, a planet of karma, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not the astrologer. I'll deal with the numbers. I stay with the numbers, but I do connect the numbers to the planets or the signs also. So let's go into it, because you're going into a 2024 year. You're going to start feeling the effects of it after your birthday, although you're still in a 7-year cycle. And you're going to be feeling the double effects because you're born in the latter parts of the month. You're born in December. So you're always going to feel the double energy all the way up to your birthday. Boom. And then by the time it comes into the next year, there it goes again. Double energies will always come in. So when you add 12 plus 26, that equals 38. Now, this is very significant for you, my beautiful lady, Angelic Ray, because your alignment number is going to be rolling with you at any cycle, or your achievement number, or your pinnacle is going to roll with you. That adds up to master number 11 of insight. So you should be writing your thoughts and your ideals all the time, and be willing to put them into fruition, put them to work. Master number 11 shows up. But in order for master number 11 to work, because 38 comes first, you got to be willing to express yourself. You got to be willing to find balance with your energy, especially when it comes to monetary balance, or energy of what are good assets to you or liabilities to you. So when 38 comes together, those are two different frequencies also. 3 and the 8 has its own individual frequency. When I go into the compound numbers of the 38, if you go into books like this, I can show you better than I can tell you. He talks about the 38. 38 has the same meaning of the number 29. So the negative of the 29, which he puts up here, he says the 29 and the 38 and the 11 is connected to uncertainties, treachery, deception from others, trials, tribulation, unexpected dangers, unreliable friends, grief, deception caused by members of the opposite sex. So whatever happened in your early part of your life, because a lot of that represents what happened in the early part of your life, you got to forgive, got to let go, because 2, 6, and 8 are all healing numbers of forgiveness and letting go and finding balance within yourself so you can allow the healing balance of other people to come towards you. That's how important this sequence of numbers is first, because that's not going nowhere. Although I'm adding a month or a day or a new year, it's not going nowhere. Your alignment number, your pinnacle number ain't going nowhere. It might be stronger at certain intervals of your life, but it's not going nowhere. It's part of you to help rise you to be a better you. So when I add it all the way to 2062 and as of the 10, that means next year you're coming out of a 9 personal year cycle. So you're going to a transition of getting rid of people, places, and things, going into a new beginning cycle next year. New people, new business, new ideas is going to come to you, new relationships. If you're about to get rid of a relationship, whether it's with a job or with some relationship that you've been in, it's time to let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I think you better let it go. Doom, 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 doom. Looks like another love TKO. Knock that it out. You gotta let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And like Les Brown says, let go and let God. Let the God in you resonate on the higher vibration of the master number 11 and the 26, so you can avoid bad speculation, bad partnership, bad advice. Because 26 is that number that can, if you're not finding balance within yourself, balance within the surroundings, then you would get bad advice. You will allow these negatrons to come to you, and you got to be very careful of that. According to your master number 11, you got 11 people with master numbers, and 11 equates to the number 2. You got to be very careful of energy vampires. But you got a good year coming for you, but you got to make sure that it's not. You got a good year coming for you, and she gave me $15, so I'm respectful of that. She gave me 15, so I'm working off of that energy. You gave 26 and 8, which is an 8, can be contradictory to this number 1 cycle that you're going into, because it's going to take your discipline in order for you to be a creative leader in what you want to do, whether you want to start business on all that, because this is a good year. Right now, you're in a good cycle to start a business going into next year. Start a new business for yourself or create a new product, whatever you want to do. Step out with your intuition, because 11 is reminding you to be intuitive and write down your ideas and use the number 26. Say, look, I'm going to do this in 26 days, 26 weeks, 26 months. Or use the number 8. I'm going to do this in 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. I'm going to accomplish my goals and take myself to the next level, spiritually as well as physically, in 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, or 26 days, 26 weeks, 26 months. Use your numbers. These are your GPS. These are your GPS coordinates for this particular year that we're going in. But these two are still staying with you. Think you better let it go. Let it go, baby. Ta-da. Looks like another love TKO. I'm swimming away from her. I'm like, Aquaman, I'm getting away from that relationship. Bye. Woo. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. But you got to allow yourself to enjoy it. Think I better let it go. Baby. I know people saying this is real crazy. Let it go. Oh, man. Damn, somebody said my best friend tried to kill me as a teenager. Yeah, it happens. Don't worry. You ain't the only one. Next, after Angelique Ray. After Angelique Ray. I see some more people. I see Gustavo. I see you. Let me see here. Sarah Richardson, you're next. On your birthday, 8/31. Happy belated birthday, girl. Happy belated birthday. Your birthday yesterday. That was good. Matter of fact, a good book for you to get. Sarah Richardson, this is a good book for you to get. This book is called The Power of Decision. You know why I'm saying it's a good book for you to get? Because the person that wrote this book is born the same day you're born. His name is Raymond Charles Barker. The Power of Decision, a step-by-step program to overcoming indecision and live without failure forever. Because sometimes people like you born on the 31st live in your own headspace. I talked to a friend of mine yesterday, and she lives in her own headspace sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give you the year. I'm going to give you what you're going into. Now that you got your new birthday, let's deal with 2023 going into 2024 because you just celebrated a birthday. So you're born 8/31. Let's deal with 2023 and then deal with 2024 after. Real quick. Because you gave me $10. We're going to stay on that energy. $10 energy. That's $10 energy. $10 energy. We're doing that, okay? Erase that. You got $10. This just keeps me on point to see how much you gave me so I know how much energy I need to give you. I'm all about reciprocation here. Reciprocation. Some people can't even spell reciprocation. But it is what it is. All right, now let's deal with this. Let's deal with this because I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Boom. This equals 39. When you add the 8 plus the 31 equals 39, which equals a 12, which equals a 3. So you got 3 levels of that number 3. In your alignment, your achievement, or your pinnacle number, those are 3 levels. This equals a number 4. Now that you're finally in your birthday, you've been feeling the effects of 2023, but when you add the 2023 to it, it adds up to 2062. And this will add up to 2063. So this is 8, this is a 10. So you're right now in a 1 personal year month. Very good, 1 personal month. And then next year, you're going to be going into an 11/2 personal month. So this is a good cycle. Right now, you're in what we call an expansion cycle. Sarah, it's time to expand and stop overthinking. Don't think. If you know it's positive and productive for your well-being, that's why I tell you to get this book, The Power of Decision. It's not by coincidence. This man wrote that book after he learned to overcome being indecisive. And sometimes people with your alignment number or achievement number that adds up to a 3, you could be scattered and all over the place. When the number 4 is trying to discipline you and organize you, the number 8 that you're born in the month of is trying to discipline and organize you, but your mind is all over the place. So you need to get a little more discipline so that you can take advantage of these next couple years because you're in an expansion cycle since your birthday on the 31st of August. It's about expanding and growing. And right now you're in your reputation cycle. Your reputation cycle starts on your birthday, counted 52 days. And this is the day, 52 days after your birthday. This is what we call the reputation cycle. It's in my book. It's in Lloyd Strayhorn's book. It's in both of these books. If you want any of these books you can get online or go to my link tree. It's in Lloyd Strayhorn's book. It's in my book. I put a little twist, an extra twist where Lloyd is straight to the point and all that, but I put a little twist to mine because I make them into different, I'll say the same reputation cycle, but I also add what else is connected to other than just the reputation. So right now, Sarah, you are in your reputation cycle since your birthday came in, or what I would call an assertive energy phase. This is a time to assert yourself, assert what you stand for. This is the cycle for the next 52 days. And because you're in a 1 personal year cycle, it's time to stand out and be the leader or be more creative and produce something, bring something to fruition by writing, because the number 3 energy, which is your alignment number, 8 plus 31 equals 39, 39 equals 12, 12, which was, do not just stay on the 12. 12 is the hangman where you can stifle yourself and become a victim. You got to expand, creative, compassion, expansion. You got to expand. Expansion and the need to finish and end and complete something. So if you start to write down something, finish the job, because your alignment number is reminding you, this alignment number is reminding you that you need to turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. I don't care if you've been hurt by your mama, your daddy, your cousin. You better learn to write about it and make some money from it. Stop holding on to things. Let it go. Another number 4. That's one of my mental health numbers in my book. Let it go. Stop overthinking. You don't have to. Be creative. Be constructive. Be willing to build. Be disciplined. Be orderly. And watch what happens in your life. Because if you want to build something, you got to learn to lay a foundation and make it happen. Oh, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, Sarah. You gave me $10. Big up to you. Thank you very much. Respect you. Oh yeah, I'm going off of energy here. I'm doing energies here. I'm energy work. This is energy work. Y'all, you understand? This is energy work for me. Energy. After Sarah, we got Stephanie Pearson. She gave me 1974. I wonder why you did that. I need to add that up to see what I get out of it. How you doing, Stephanie? What's up, Stephanie Pearson? All right, she's born 7/25, 1974. Now, I'm not doing all of that unless you do a session with me. I'm going to deal with the year that you're going into for next year. We might tap into what you're coming out of, but you're still in a 7-year cycle connecting into the 8-year as we start going into the sneak peek months. September, October, November, December is going to let us know, give us a sneak peek of what's to happen. You know, like a trailer before. That's what that is. The 7 September, October, November of any month, and December of any year, it's always give you a trailer of what's the next episode in your life. Okay? Instead of sneak peek, I'll say trailer. So you're born, you gave me $19. $19. Okay, let me come on. $19.74. Let me add that up. The 1, 9, the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. That's 21. That's a 3. Okay. That's interesting. I like that number. So I want you to be able to see this. All right. So you're born 7/25, and we're going to look at and see where you came out of. Okay. I'm going to see where you're still in, but you're going to be feeling the effects of that. When you add, remember, this energy still resides with you. This energy of the month and the year, the month and the day energy still reside. In other systems, your life path energy still resides, but I'm going to keep it simple because that can get technical. That's real technical when I go into that system that I explained earlier in the program. Those who didn't see it, they got to rewind it. But 7 plus 25 equals 32. Again, this 5 come up. This number 5 comes up. 32 comes up, which equals a 5. Scattered energy. This equals a 7. Sometimes you overthink. I'm showing you how this thing could work if you just stop doing the negative vibration of the thing. We don't want you to go down to overthinking of it and thinking that it's just too, sometimes we overthink because, again, we don't realize how simple life can be if you know how to apply the appropriate mathematical vibrations and frequencies to our life just to walk. Yes, do we go through ups and downs? Of course we do. But you got to learn, because your alignment number is a number 5, you got to learn to keep it at a joyous and jovial, happy attitude, because 5 and 3 are those numbers of jovial and happy and youthfulness. And the number 1. The youthful numbers is 1, 3, and 5 in numerology. Those are the youthful numbers. So if you have a lot of 1, 3s, or 5s in your chart, or they show up anywhere in your chart, that is what you're supposed to exude throughout your life and realize that, look, there's going to be calm and storm. No matter what happens in life, there's always going to be the balance of calm and storm, Stephanie. Just stay happy, stay adaptable, be careful of going down a reckless road that can lead to depression, because 7 is one of the depressive numbers. So is the number 5 in my book, according to my studies in Numerovation for Mental Stability. But in this book, I give you a numerovational guide to recognizing mental instability and staying motivated. In this book, all of us need some form of motivation. So in this book, I focus directly in motivating you, but still showing you the problem so you can get to the solution by doing the necessary work. Simple as that. So when I added that to 2024, that equals 2056. It's because I'm keeping this. That's why it's drying so fast, because I'm keeping it out when I'm talking to you. You're in the crossroads. You're coming out of the 3 cycle, which I would suggest while you're still in 2023, before you start feeling the effects of this number 4, Stephanie, write your thoughts down and be willing to convert your thoughts into action that's going to help you through the crossroad, because the crossroad is going to remind you to discipline your thoughts. So because you're still in the 3-year cycle or the 3-year personal cycle, it's good for you to write your ideals and write where you want to go in life down, because remember 25, which equals a 7, is the number of analytics. It's the number of of observing and not absorbing, and it's the number of the law of attraction. So what you think about, you can attract both positive and negative. So Stephanie, you got to be a little bit more mindful of who you allow in your space, who you allow in your mental space, who you allow in your physical space, because this number can pick up a lot of different energies at a lot of different times. And 7 is the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is not always positive. Let me stretch my back. The law of attraction is not always positive. Sometimes it's negative. It's because of how you think. If thoughts are things, I have a book called Thoughts Are Things. If thoughts are things, you got to be very careful of your thoughts, especially being born under that 25-7. And then you got 7-7. You got 7 here and you got 7 there. You got 7-7. So you got to learn to adapt and be flexible to release your internal issues of being overly worried or overly thinking and start to manifest the higher levels, because 7 and 7 adds up to, or 7 plus 25 adds up to 32, which is a 5. And that's the number of jovial, happy, expansive growth, writing, communication. That's the way, that's why this is called your achievement or your alignment number. If you align yourself with the proper release of what's in your mind and turn it into something to make it a better thing for you, you will do much, much, much more, but much better in life. Because this is your alignment number. Now, 32 has certain mysticism that goes beyond it. If I go into a certain book about the number 32, 32 in numerology, the compound number 32, they say the number is a magical power like the number single digit number 5 or 14 or 23. It is usually associated with combination of people and nation. It is a fortunate number if the person it represents holds to his or her own judgment and opinions. If not, his or her plans are likely to become wreaked by the stubbornness and stupidity of others. It is a favorable number if it appear in connection with the future events. So this is a good number to have, but you got to be careful of the stupidity and the stubbornness of others and following their madness and getting you addicted to anything, whether it's addicted to sex, addicted to drugs, addicted to smoking weed and doing the bull crap. Because then again, that number 7, that 25 is a number of observation and listening carefully before you even speak, because it is a law of attraction, and what you attract mentally can manifest physically. Get ready to do a session with me, Stephanie. You're going to need one. All right, Stephanie, going to my next. I'm only going to be up here for like one something. Thank you, Stephanie. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We're going to learn today. We're going to learn today. We're going to learn today. I'm so into numerology. Thank you very much. So into, yes, thank you. So into numerology now. Oh, evolving. That's so nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah. I take my courses. I'm telling you, I take my courses. You see how I'm acting in front of you? I'm exactly the same way. I'm exactly the same way. If you take my courses, my 8-hour course, you could pay half now and half later. I'm letting you know, you don't have to pay the 444 up front. I just have to write it down that you paid half and pay half later. So if you take my course, you can pay half now, or you can pay, increments of one in 4 months. You can clear it up, or in 4 weeks. But you can pay. I'd rather you pay half now and half later. So you can pay $222 now, and then $222 the next time. But you definitely will get the course no matter what. It's up to you. All right. So next, Marley. Boy, I love that name, Bob Marley and all the new thing. You gave me $20. Big up to Marley. She gave $20. Or it's a he, I don't know. Marcus for Marcus. Okay, for Marcus. Marley sent for Marcus. Okay. Oh boy. Now I'm not gonna do his life path. He seemed like a young man, but hold on 1 second. Let me come back to the board so y'all can see me on the board. Now Marley paid this for Marcus. So obviously 2023, take away 1991. This person is 32 years of age. Okay, good. This is a pivotal year for you, Marcus. Very pivotal year, only because you're right now, you're 32 years of age. Very pivotal year. And 3 plus 2 equals 5. And you're born January the 5th. Very pivotal year. So even somebody paying for you to do this, it's a significant thing. For Marley, you better give that person a hug. For Marley to even pay for you to do this and spend her $20 or his $20, very important that you understand what this is all about. And when I added to, let's say 2023, going into 2024, think you better let it go. Hey, 1 plus 5 plus 20, 23 equals 2029. And then next year is going to be 2030. 6 year, that's a 5 cycle. So next year you're going into a very powerful cycle for yourself. Definitely is going to be one of your power cycles. Right now, you are in your crossroads. You are, since this year came into play, you are in a 4-year cycle. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 9 equals 13. And 13 equals 4. So you're in the crossroads, young man, at the age of 32. Right now, you're in the crossroads cycle. This is the time for you to reorganize, restructure, rethink where you want to go with life. This is real. This is real cycles here. Now you could be an asshole and decide not to go the route that you want, that people would like you to go, a positive, productive, because 5 in numerology is actually a brilliant number. People that have been born connected to the 5 have done some brilliant things in history. Tony Jaa, the martial artist. Quincy Jones, Usher, Little Richard, Walt Disney. Y'all heard of Disneyland? He was born under the number 5. Ray Charles, born under the number 5. Kobe Bryant, born under the number 5. 5 is a very powerful number. All of them are powerful, but 5 has a distinct way of maintaining their freedom. And one thing about 5s, you got to let them be free in order for you to understand the greatness of them. But you still got to redirect, because remember, the negative of the number 5 can be reckless and restless and crazy. Let's go to this book. Let me go to this book. This book is called Wisdom of Sound and Numbers, Phonetic Chaldean Numerology, Reclaiming an Ancient Oracle by Leah Brooks Thompson. What it says about the number 5. The powerfulness of the number 5 is versatility, adaptability, excitement, freedom, curiosity, exploration, energetic, charismatic, communicator, adventurer, quick, fast thinker. The negative is restlessness, irresponsible, rolling stone, slippery, procrastinator, scattered energy, addiction. The denial expression is fearful of change, sexual confusion, uncertainty, unable to learn from experiences. That means y'all keep on doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's called insanity, number 5. And I'm talking to Marcus. So this is the time that you need to shine your brilliance, because your alignment number, when you add the 1 plus the 5, that's the number 6. That means you need to bring balance and harmony to your life, because 5 will throw you down a scattered road when it's a brilliant number, but it's called the jack of all trade numbers. And it's all right to be a jack of all trade, because people say the jack of all trade, master of none, but they don't complete the whole thing. Jack of all trade, master of none, but it's better than master in one. You could be a jack of all trade and master of none, but it's better than master in one for real. Because at least you know how to do every little thing to make money for yourself and to bring balance and harmony and truth and justice and reciprocity to yourself. That's what the 6 represents. But sometimes you're hard-headed. 6 on the negative is being hard-headed. Sometimes you're hard-headed. That's the problem. And I don't know where your hard head comes from, but you need to find balance. Whatever happened you need to forgive. Whatever happened with your mommy or your daddy or whatever relationship, you need to forgive and let it go. Because 6 is a number of forgiveness. Balance, ma'at. And if Marcus, if you're not willing to forgive whatever happened with you, your family, and all that, whatever went on in the past, then you're going to constantly have problems. When right now you're in the crossroads of your life at 32 going into 33. Going next year, you're going to be 30, you're 32 going into 33. You're at the crossroad. Crossroad means cross the road of higher existence, or you can cross the road and go down the lower route. But it's up to you, Marcus, to do it. Not up to me. It's not up to the person that just paid to give you some information from a mathematical perspective, because all of y'all young people, just like when I was young, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You damn right it don't lie. Numbers don't lie. And your numbers connected to your birthday don't lie either. Your numbers connected to the cycle that you're going into does not lie. You can be in a most productive and influential year going into 2024 if you're disciplined, because the number 4 is reminding you to be disciplined. Be in order, be structured, dot all I's, cross every T before you do anything. I'm not new to this. And I'll say this to my children. I got 9 of them and 12 grandchildren, expecting a 13th one soon. So I don't play with this. And I don't force it on children or force it on people either. I don't do the forcing thing. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the teacher is ready, the master will appear. When the master is ready, God appears outside of you. Because now you've mastered and you've brought God to the forefront. Let me say that again. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the teacher is ready, the master appears. When the master is ready, then God comes forth out of you, because all of us are truly God's having a human experience. Marcus, take it or let it alone. Next. Thank you, Marley, for giving that $20 donation for Marcus. I hope he gets on the right path. I hope he stays focused. I wish you the best. Somebody said, good to know, sir. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Good to know. Next. All righty. Let me see who's next. We just did Marley. We're dealing with Isha. We got Isha. She gave $15. She's born October the 8th. We got, who else coming up next? I think Shadisha Brown. I got you here. Okay. Now, is that, yeah, you're born January 18th. What else? I think Gustavo is also here. Gustavo, 1125. We did Ambry already. Okay, so we're looking at, we got this coming up. I'm going to snapshot that because I need to have it just in case. Think I better let it go. I see. Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second, family. I just want to make sure I get everybody. Okay. I see Sharon. She's coming up also. And Asantewa is also coming up. So I'm going to finish it off with all of y'all. Once again, family, if you want to do a session with me, Keith Forbes Jr. I'm sorry, I'm not taking any more Cash App or PayPal right now because I want to finish on time. I got things to do, and people had to circulate funds. It wasn't anything free here. It was all circulation. That's what was running. So wait till next time. I'll come up again next time, sometime probably in another week, depending. But those are the last person will be Asantewa. Nobody has to send any more funds until next time, unless you want to book a session with me. To book a serious session with me, look at that flyer, please. I want everybody to read that flyer, share it, take a snapshot, share it, take a snapshot, share it, take a snapshot, share it, take a snapshot. I'm gonna drink some water. Share it, take a snapshot. Share it, take a snapshot, or play my 12-second commercial. It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022, and get my books on Amazon now. All right, back. We are back. The last person will be Asantewa. The last person will be Asante Wa. We just did Sarah. I mean, we did Sarah, we did Stephanie, we did Marley. We're doing Aisha right now, and then we're gonna get into the ones that paid PayPal also, and then more Cash App. Aisha, you're born under the great birthday of October the 8th. Very interesting. Here's a good book for you to get. Uh-huh. This is for Aisha. Since you're born October the 8th, this is a very good book for you have. See, See a Ship, Guide to Soul, Sight, and the Magic Mirror and How to Use It by Pascal Beverly Randolph. Take a picture. And this is his biography, Pascal Beverly Randolph. If you don't know, look at him carefully. Did you know that they took took his image to create Doctor Strange? Look at him very carefully. They took this black man's image. He was a light-skinned black man, the first African, quote unquote, African American melanated man to practice in America metaphysics. Pascal Beverly Randolph. It says 19th century black American spiritualist, Rosicrucian, and sex magician. Why am I saying this to Aisha? Because he was born the same day you were born, Aisha. That's why. He was born the same day that Aisha Massey, that's the same last name as Gerald Massey, huh? Are you connected to Gerald Massey? Wait a minute. Let me. That last name is deep. Oh, I need to do a full reading for you, girl. Now, Gerald Massey, when was Gerald Massey's birthday? Gerald Massey. When was Gerald Massey's birthday? He was an English poet. Oh, he was born on the 29th of May. Interesting. Under the master number 29, which is 11. Gerald Massey toured in Egypt and did a lot of things in Egypt also, but he was a poet and a spiritualist. But I was looking at your name, Massey, and that's Gerald Massey is a deep, deep person, deep history about Gerald Massey. All right. Aisha, yeah, I gotta educate while I'm doing. I gotta bring all of the energy to me. That's why I show y'all books to make sure y'all get what I'm saying here. I'm not playing about this. I really want y'all to learn. I really want y'all to become better. That is my premise as a numerovator, to help you become better what you are and who you can become. And since you're born October, might have to use that red one. The red one is stronger right now. Since you gave me $15, let me put that 15 right there so I can ride with that energy. 10, 8, 2024. But let's deal with, we're going to deal with 2023 because your birthday really haven't come yet. We're going to deal with 2023, going into 2024, and what you need to do. So pay close attention, Aisha Massey. Of course, 10 plus 8 equals 18. That is your alignment number. A different perspective of the number 9, where the last person that was up here that had this alignment number had the 27. This time, this is the 18 and then the 9. Different perspective, but yet the same result, that this person that has that alignment number, this is your last exam as a human being on earth, according to cosmic numerology, written by Michael Brill, who used to work for NASA, who worked for the government. 8 is your personal number. And remember, these numbers are still strong no matter what year you add onto it to find your personal year. These numbers are still strong. So 18, which in tarot is the number of the moon. So it's always about your intuition and paying attention to your intuitive powers to find creative and substantial understanding of your assets and liabilities in your life, spiritually as well as mentally and physically. But it also says you got to finish what you start and live on a higher level of the number nine of completion and international use and becoming something greater. But live full of your goals, live full of your aspiration. Like Les Brown would say, live full and die empty. Like you're supposed to have learned some type of language from the time you was young. There must have been a point in your life that you wanted to learn a language because nine is the language learning number. But eight is also the number of multiple streams of income. But eight also deals with the need to go into the darkness, the shadow moments to bring out the light because eight is represents the karmic number, going into the shadows of who your causes and your effect to bring out the higher representation and the higher light of who you are. That's why thus people like Pascal Beverly Randolph, born the same day, was doing mirror magic and how to use it. He was doing sex magic and all that kind of stuff because sometimes you have to go into the so-called shadow moments in order to make good manifestation for this moment. And people born on the number 8 has to do that. Now, when you add it to 2023, right now your birthday hasn't come, so you're resonating on that energy. 6, that's a 7. You're still in the crossroads of your life, going into an 8-year cycle. Going into an 8-year cycle because next year is going to be a number 8-year cycle, which is going to be a good year for you. And of course, 2024 adds up to a number 8. You're coming out of a number 6-year crossroads cycle. So these two cycles that Aisha Massey is in, these are going to determine your education, what you learn, what spiritual development, what growth is going to determine how high you're going to rise, both spiritually and physically, according to the science. According to the science. Now, again, that number 18, that is your alignment number. If you go in my book, New Motivation for Mental Stability, in my book, I talk about the number 18 on page 69. It says the 18 is the symbol. I'm looking at this number first, your alignment number, your achievement number, your first pinnacle of life. It's still in play if you want to use it because any number that pops up in your chart, your numerical scope, you can use that number and turn it up and turn it on. No matter if it's a life path attention to it, no matter if it's a personal number, whether it's an alignment number, whatever number that's attached to you, if you want to use it to the benefit to take yourself over the next level, you can use it because each one of these represents different pinnacles. Yes, the year, the day, the month, and the year that you're born represents different pinnacles, but 18 has its own symbolism. And 18 is a symbol of the material side, striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. In other older studies, it is sometimes known as a karmic number, and it indicates, now some people might not call it a karmic number. I'm the one that sees it as a karmic number from my studies because 1 and 8 can contradict each other. And they can cause certain problems because of its contradiction if you don't know how to use the energy of the number 1 and the 8. So it's also the number, it also indicates the exploration of secret realms. So people born under that 18 can also explore secret realms through meditation, through prayer, through affirmation, through going within, because it is a moon energy according to tarot. It's also dealing with being a humanitarian and being of service to people. But because it also connected to that moon, it can depict deception and unforeseen perils. So people born with that 18 energy that's connected to the 9, there's only 2 numbers in numerology that deals with haters or enemies. That's the number 4 and the number 9. The number 4 and the number 9 deals with haters. 4 deals with secret haters, and 9 deals with straight up in your face haters. Straight up haters in your face, direct. They right in your face with it. They telling you that they don't like you, and that's it. This one, if you're born with a 4, born on the 4th or the 13th, or the 22nd or the 31st of the month, you got to be careful of secret haters. If you're born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, you got to be careful of straight up haters. That's how deep it gets. So again, Aisha, you're in a crossroads of your life, coming out of a crossroad. You're in your last crossroads as your birthday come in this year, and then you'll be finished with it by next year. But you're going to be going into a most favorable cycle. But it depends on what you've studied, what you've what you've studied, what you've educated yourself to want to take yourself to the next level. The number 7 represents the research, the metaphysics of attracting what you want. And then the 8 is about building on it. That's why it's called the build and destroy number, also in the 5% nation. It's called the of gods and earth. It's called the build and destroy, because in the 8 cycle, after you've learned and researched and did what you had to do, it's supposed to take you to a higher level. And it's up to you whether you want to build on it or destroy it at the end of the day. But you're going into a favorable year that adds up to a number 8 because you're born on the 8, and that can be a favorable year of both gain and loss of money, gain and loss of people, gain and loss of houses, gain and loss of friendship, gain and loss of whatever. But that is a gain and loss number. Like all even numbers, our gain and loss numbers are all even numbers. But just remember, 2, 4, 6, 8. Just remember, those are different aspects of gain and loss when you deal with the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8. 8 deals with more money, finance, assets, but also can include people, places, and things. All right, my dear. So look out for that. Thank you very much for your circulation. Let me erase this. Get ready. Woof, 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 woof. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Ooh, this red be holding in there. Think you better let it go. Let it go, baby. Looks like another one TKO. Alrighty. Let's go to the next one. Aisha, thank you very much. I hope you got what you needed from it, Miss Nasty. Good people, what's King Simon's cash? No, don't even bother. I told him don't send it. I was like, no more, no more. Hollis, I'm cool. Next time, y'all just book a session with me. Just text me, book a full session with me because I got things to do. So I got to end this soon. Let me just finish off these last people. Ya Asantiwa is the last person. Ya Asantiwa is the last person. Let me go to, we just did Aisha. Let me go to, oh, sorry. Gustavo, born 11/25. Let me, Gustavo, born 11/25. You circulated $10. That 10 right there. And you're born same day as my brother, 11/25, 1989. But I'm not going to deal with that. I'm going to deal with 2023. Oops. I'm going to deal with 2023 going into 2024 for you. I'll remove this. Those that got that, text me if you want to do a session with me. All right. So, hold on 1 second. Think you better let it go. This is Gustavo. Gustavo. I don't know how to say it. Villeneuve. That's the last name. I don't know if that's French or it doesn't sound like French, like from Creole or Haiti. Could be a little Spanish in there because I know Dominican Republic is right next to y'all. Could be a little Spanish. It is what it is. And then we're going to go to Shadisha Brown, who gave me $18.11. But I'm going to deal with you, Gustavo. My brother born the same day. Big up to Carlos, my dear brother. Born the same day from my father's side. 11 plus 25 equals 36. Again, notice, family, we had somebody that was, their alignment number was 27, which is a 9, The last person was 18, which was a 9. This one is 36, which is a 9. Again, according to cosmic numerology. Anytime you have a 9 at that pinnacle or at that part of your alignment or your achievement number, this is your last exam as a human on earth if you want it to be. I say that very, very, very respectfully, because you might have to come back and do this again if you didn't finish what you had to do. But according to the metaphysics and the science, I'm just saying according to. I like to say according to. Don't forgive me. I'm not claiming it. I claim the downloads that I get while I'm providing this information for you, but I'm not claiming, because that's according to cosmic numerology. When 9 shows up at this point of your cycle or your pinnacle of life, the beginning cycle that you come into and that follows you throughout your life, this means you need to resonate on the highest vibratory level of the number 9, because that's the highest single digit number in numerology. You're supposed to always strive to be on its highest level. So it's telling you that this is your last exam here on this planet. So you should live full of all your goals without fear. Live full of all your dreams without fear. Go and learn languages. Go and travel international. 9 is an international number. And those connected to the number 9 should travel international. Those that are connected to the signs of number 9 can become very international, like Aries and Scorpions. Those are signs that are connected to the number 9. But if you're born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, you should be on an international mindset of accomplishing international things. You're not limited here unless you allow yourself to be limited here. That's how this thing works. But it still takes work. No matter what we say and what we do here today, if you're not willing, get out of the microwave mind and get into the unlimited mind. Get out of the microwave mind and get into the unlimited mind, because even in the unlimited mind, you still have to put in that work. Microwave, they just push a button and think you could cook in 1 minute and cook in 2 minutes and everything's fast. But the unlimited minds realize that there's a certain law of unlimited accomplishments and growth that can be done for the individual that love to do what they love. And anything you do, Gustavo, you have to do it for humanity, because 9 is a humanitarian number of finish and completion and higher levels. And then you have to do the necessary observation and listening of not just physically, but you're listening internally, because the 2 and the 5 still represents compassion and the ability to adapt. But it leads to the number 7, which is also what I said before, the law of attraction number. See, 25 in compound numerology, if you read this book, and I put it in my book. Matter of fact, I was going to go to my book, because in my book, I give you the positive. This just goes straight to the negative. But it does say in this book, this is a number denoting strength gained through experience and benefits obtained through observation of people and things. It is not deemed exactly lucky, as it seems to be. It is success is given through strife and trials in the early parts of your life. 25 goes through a lot of stuff, especially in the early parts of it. My brother, he went through prison and went to jail from 16 years of old. Know this. He went to jail at 16. 1 plus 6 equals 7. 1 plus 6 equals 7. That was a pivotal moment in his life, and he's born on the 25th, which equals a 7. Those are pivotal moments of people born on the 16th or the 7th, 25th of the month or the 7th of the month. Those are pivotal moments of their life, both good or bad, high or low, negative or positive. So, Gustavo, in order for you to attract what you want on higher levels, you have to meticulously write down your ideals and your thoughts, and don't live in your head. You need to come out of your head with love and compassion for what you do and be willing to adapt and be versatile to accomplish what you do, because 7 is still the law of attraction number. And whatever you attract to you, Gustavo, you better be ready to be able to keep it, especially if it's something that can satisfy or be of value to you throughout your life. And because when I add 11 plus 25 plus 2023, that equals 2059. So right now in this particular year, you're going to be resonating with that energy going into this energy, which is an 8. And this being a number 16, which is a 7. So right now you're in a sabbatical. You're in a 7-year cycle, which is good for you, but it's reminding you not to overthink. Write and manifest. Don't chase. Be willing to attract. Because as you're going into this 8-year, whatever you attract is going to go right into your 8-year cycle for 2024. Whatever you attract is going to go right into your 8-year cycle. And that can go any or either way, because this is the number of build and destroy. B and D. Build and destroy. So what you're doing this year is going to be significantly effective or has a significant meaning for you going into the next year. I'm talking to Gustavo. Thank you for your $10. Stay focused. Book a session with me, because I got a lot to say about that name and that middle name, that last name, because you have the double L's in it also. Got a lot to say about it. So make sure you book a session with me, Gustavo, because I got a lot to tell you. Got a lot more to tell you. This is just a little bit on this board. This is just a little bit. So I'm just letting you know, you got much more magic with you. Just don't be afraid to do the work. Now we're going to go to, what's the name? Shadisha Brown. Shadisha Brown. Shadisha Brown. What's up, Shadisha Brown? We're going to Shadisha Brown. As long as y'all patient with me, I'm going to finish off of Ya Asantewa as the last person. So people do not circulate any more funds. Ya Asantewa is the last person. 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 Hold on 1 second. Let me find out. Hold on 1 second. I'm coming back. Hold on. I'm looking for something. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure I put that there. I have to book a session. Okay, hey, nobody. Whenever you're ready, darling. Whenever you're ready. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's Espanol. Matter of fact, I want to translate to Spanish. I want to translate my books into Spanish next. So I'm looking for a good Spanish translator, or I can actually go through Google Translate and it can translate my book. So I'm working on that too, French and Spanish. I used to live in Canada. My family's from Cuba. I would definitely love for people in Haiti and French Canadian province or French countries to learn numbers also. So I'm gonna definitely translate my books into let me put that down. Let me scroll this on the bottom. All right. Yeah. So let me see here. Let me get into the next person. All right. The next person is, girl, you got a lot of E's in your name. You got a lot of master numbers in your name. You got a lot. Your Brown has master numbers already. I know when I add that up, it's 22 in one system, but you got double E's, which is 55. Got a lot of E's in your name. You got a lot of ones in your name. You got a lot of stuff going on in your name, but we're not dealing with your name. You just gave me $18. $18.11 to be precise. Let's add that up. Wow. Go ahead with that. Adds up to a master number 11, I believe, right? 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 1, 10, then that's 11. Okay, gave me $18. I look at all numbers, but I start seeing people showing numbers. And your birthday happens to be, let me see. Your birthday happens to be January 18th, Miss Brown. January 18th. I'm not going to use the year. I'm going to use the year that you're in right now and the year that you're going to. Be patient with me, family. I do this for real, for real. I do this for real, for real. And like I said about the 18, if you read my book, I told you about that 18 earlier. But your alignment numbers are 19, 10, which is a 1. This adds up to a 9. When you break it all down now, and then we're going to that year. Okay, so that's you're in an 8 personal year cycle going into a 9 personal year cycle. This is very significant. These 2 years, Shadisha, you may have noticed that it's very significant for you, these 2 years. From the time your birthday came in 2023, you just came out of your in 2020 from 2022 to your birthday in 2023, you just came out of your crossroads. So whatever happened in the last 4 years before 2023, that was very significant. You should have been doing certain things dealing with money and finance in this year, whether you got a raise, whether you started a business, whatever you did, this was the year for you to do that. And remember, the number 8 is connected to your sign of Capricorn. So it should have been a very favorable year in one aspect if you did the disciplinary work from the last 4 years before the 8 year came in. Because those crossroads is always reminding you to be definitive in your actions and making sure that you are operating in the purest aspect of who you are to take yourself to the next level. So now that you're in an 8 year cycle going into a 9 year cycle, which deals with these 2 cycles are dealing with either recognizing the assets in your life and liabilities, but also being willing to remove those liabilities in your life, whether it's people, places, or things. So before your next birthday, you should start removing a lot of certain things, start shifting certain energy so you can stay on the highest vibratory energy, which is going to be supportive of your 18 number, because you're going to be going into a 9 personal year, which is one of your power years in 2024. These are going to be one of your power years. I don't call these years lucky numbers. A lot of people like to put it out in books. There's a lucky number. These are your lucky numbers. These are your lucky numbers. No, they are your most favorable numbers because 1 plus 8 equals 9. But unlucky things can happen under any lucky. There's duality under any number because there's duality in every number. So if you're not living towards your highest level, even in your power year, you can spiral down and not spiral up when you're supposed to spiral up. I would implore you to spiral up and finish and have your dreams fulfilled. But I would also be very mindful and be very careful of who you allow to irk you or get on your nerves. Because remember, 18 is can be a very argumentative number. Y'all like a good debate, you like good conversation, but it doesn't always have to go there. Both 1 and 9 are numbers that say what they mean and mean what they say. So you got to be very careful of what you say to people, because sometimes you can rip a cord, you can cut a person with your tongue. And I know a good person example of that is Captain Tazariak from the ISUPK. He's born on the 18th. And he could do some tongue lashing with that Bible and them scriptures. He's good at what he does. No doubt. So you got to be a little bit more mindful, because you have the 19 and the 10 and the 1, 3 levels of the number 1. 19 is the number of the sun. You shine light upon things that you need to start finishing what you start. It is a karmic number. So if you don't complete what you do, and if you don't finish what you start, that can be a problem. But it leads to the number 10. 10 is the number of the wheel of fortune. So whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish it. That is your alignment number. You got 3 different levels of the number 1 in your alignment, your pinnacle, and in your achievement number. So if that's the wheel of fortune number according to tarot, and that's the number 1 of creativity and assertiveness and manifestation through your creativity and your assertiveness, then you need to operate on those numbers and then finish the job, because 9 tells you to finish and complete what you're doing. And because you're going into an 8 and a 9 cycle of recognizing assets and liabilities, then you need to recognize what it is, who it is, and why they are in your life and why they should be out of your life, and be ready to remove them 2024, going into your 9 personal year cycle, which is one of your power cycles of loss or gain. I keep on telling people the even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, sometimes 9, depending on what situation, because these are all health numbers, and also this is included in the health number, because if you went through all these health numbers, frequencies, by the time you get to the 9, if you ain't take care of this, guess what? Problems start arising where it can knock you off your feet or knock you into the grave. That's why it's important through the health cycles to take care and monitor your health or do the necessary dietary change that you need to do. But because 2, 4, 6, and 8 are all loss and gain numbers, from your 8 cycle, you either lost or gained something, whether you lost or gained a job, lost or gained a friend, lost or gained a relationship, lost or gained, you're in an 8 cycle, that can happen. That can happen right before your birthday, and you'll still be in your 8 cycle. It can happen on January 17th in your critical cycle. That's how deep that science can get, all the way to the last point of your birthday. Right before your birthday, it can happen. So stay focused. Shadisha, stay focused. Next, let me get back to the Cash Apps. The last person will be Ya Asantewa, like I said. The last person will be Ya Asantewa. I'm up to Sharon Anderson now. Sharon Anderson, born, hey, January 7th. Okay. Sharon Anderson. And then the last one will be Ya Asantewa. And Ya Asantewa is born 12/26. Ya Asantewa is born 12/26/74. Okay, Ya Asantewa, Black girl investor. That's what you're really supposed to be doing with that number 26 number. So big up to that. Sharon, let's get into that. Let's get with you, Sharon. Let me clean this off real quick. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Book a session, book a session, book a session. I've been working on people, places, and things. Thank you. Oh, you've been working about Tom. She said about on point. I got your books, King. Okay. Heard you say Browns Bills. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, something while you coming up soon, okay? Woo! All right. I see y'all in the chat. Thank y'all very much for showing love. Please share this live. Remember, sharing is caring. If you want to book a session or take my classes, you know what it is. There it is. My classes are worth it, family. Many people are telling me I should charge more. No, I want it reasonable. And if you want to charge, like I say, pay $222 now and then later, let me know. If you pay $222, I just send you the first link. And then when you want the other link, you just pay another $22. I could do that also. I can work with you. If you want to just learn from the first link, I got 2 links. But it's an 8-hour course. So if you pay for both courses, if you pay for the whole thing, you'll get all of it, the 2 links forever. But if you just want one, it's $222 for the one. That's it. I keep it simple. I got no problems keeping it simple with people. All right, so let me erase this. Sharon Anderson. Mrs. Anderson, we're coming to you, Mrs. Anderson. I like that name in the Matrix. Woo, almost sprayed myself. Woo. That took me back into time with Dr. Africa and Dr. Melody. That's funny. I almost sprayed myself with this because I didn't know where this was pointing. So I'm just pressing the button. It almost sprayed. It went past my face though. But this is ammonia, and I don't need no ammonia in my face. But there was a little spray bottle at Dr. Africa's house some years ago before he passed on, about a year or 2 ago. And I'm wanting to spray. I'm talking to Dr. Melody on the floor. We laughing and talking about some life changes and some crazy stuff. Because Dr. Melody used to love to talk. We used to talk all the way to like 2 in the morning. We used to sit down and talk. Dr. Africa was upstairs resting. So I had a little spray bottle, and I was trying to do, it was a spray water bottle, and I'm there talking to her, and she said something funny, so I sprayed her, but instead of spraying her, the damn thing sprayed me instead, and she started dying laughing. She tore that house down because she said that's what you get for trying to spray me. and the spray went back and hit me in the face instead. That joke was so funny. But I miss Dr. Africa. I miss hanging out with Dr. Melanie and the whole crew over there in, between Indianapolis and Cleveland, Ohio. I mean, not Cleveland, Akron, Ohio. So big up to Big up to Dr. Melanie. I'll probably send her this. I want her to watch this so she can hear me laughing and joking about her and her husband back in the day. Then it could be sentimental. Maybe I shouldn't send it to her because it's probably real sentimental. So, Sharon Anderson, woo, born January 7th. I'm not going to do your 1955, but that 1955 means something also. Let me say something about 1955 first. Adds up to a number 20. Very important for you, Sharon, because right now, at your age, you are 68 years of age. Right now, the energy of this year has been resonating with you since your 52nd birthday. Since your 52nd birthday, the year energy has been a part of you. This is called the wisdom cycle. So right now you're into your spirituality a little bit more because remember, 1955, which is your wisdom cycle, which lasts for 28 years. So since your 52nd birthday plus 28 equals 80. So it's going to last all the way to your 80th birthday. I'm talking to Sharon Anderson. To your 80th year, you're going to be in your wisdom cycle of the number 20 vibration right here. 20 is the number of the awakening. Some great purpose you're supposed to do from a spiritual but a physical. There's some help you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be revealing the wisdom of who you are because you have a lot of stories to tell. You're born on the writer's number, January 7th. 7 is one of the writer's numbers in numerology. Vibes Cartel, the reggae artist, although his music is explicit, he's a good writer to the point that he just won International Reggae Artist for the year just a few days ago. Vibes Cartel, born January 7th. Nicolas Cage, born January 7th. Not only is he a great writer, he's a great actor, he's a great thinker. So people born on January 7th in history have some very deep conversations if you sit with them. That makes you an old soul. All the old soul numbers are 7, 8, 9. Those are the old soul numbers. 7, 8, 9, going towards the master numbers, 11 all the way to 99. Those are the old soul energy from my studies. From other people's studies, old soul energy is either 7, 8, 9, sometimes 4, and all the master numbers. But for my energy, the more it keeps on going up, the more you have double in numbers, I see the old soul in those persons. But 7 is also an old soul number. And now that you're, since your 2023, since your birthday, going into 2024, which is coming up, when you add that across, remember 7, 1 plus 7 plus 2023 equals 2031, and then you're going into 2032. Very significant. 5, you're in your crossroads of your life, the 6-year cycle, going into your 7th cycle. You're going into a good year cycle for yourself, but this year you may have tried to decide whether you're going to go back to school, you want to relearn, to unlearn, to relearn, or get certain things in your head because you're going to be going into a research cycle coming in 2024. So you're going to start feeling the effects of it. September, October, November, spirituality, even doing numerology or astrology, 7 years starting to pop up inside of you. The 7 years is going to start popping up inside of you to reflect on what you want to accomplish moving on from your age now all the way to 80. Because like I said, you're in your wisdom cycle. 7, this is a writer's number. This is a writer's number. But this is writing, you have to write from a spiritual wisdom that can make manifest so people can understand the wisdom that you're sharing, because 20 is that number of some great purpose that you come to serve, especially as you've gotten older. Something you're seeing that other people are not seeing. And then because you're born in 55, you need to be fearless. 55 represents the fearlessness to let loose, to be free. Stop holding back in the past of what happened with your elders or your parents or whatever. That's your alignment number. It's telling me that you was attracted or pulled towards older people. You may have attracted older people when you was younger, and as you get younger, as you get older, you start attracting older people. But that is the frequency. Right now, you're in a 6-year cycle of your crossroad going into a 7-year cycle. All you have to do is cross the road to make things manifest through what you want to learn, where you want to go, how high you want to go, and what you're willing to reveal because you're in your wisdom cycle. You're in a wisdom cycle. Be willing to share your wisdom. What I wrote in my book about the wisdom cycle, I got it here in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability. And because you're born on the 7, remember, that is one of the mental numbers. Protect your mind at all costs. Don't overthink. Don't over worry. How many times people have said you should write a book or you should do this or you should do that? Stop overthinking. Just do it. As long as it's not going to corrupt you or destroy you in any way, you can make money from it, because the 8 is an alignment number that says you can make multiple streams of income from what you decide to write and what you want to meticulously research and bring out of you, because 7 is the law of attraction number. And then now that you're in your wisdom cycle, this is the number of awakening to some great purpose that you're supposed to do. Don't keep it to yourself. You got life and you got death. It's what you do between life and death is up to you. So if you want to be in the bleachers, that's up to you. If you want to be in the field and do this work to help other people and become a solution to the world, it's up to you also. I'm talking to Sharon Anderson. Mrs. Anderson. You remember the Matrix? Mr. Anderson. Mrs. Anderson, it's time for you to know who you are. You're either going to take the blue pill or the red pill. And what I say about the wisdom cycle from 56 to 84, the wisdom cycle, this cycle is when the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding are shared from all we have learned over the years. If the previous power cycle was fruitful, then this is a cycle, and these are the years to reinvent yourself on multiple levels and share the wisdom of your labor. This is usually considered a closing cycle according to other systems of numerology. However, if you are still in good health and everything is functioning properly, then your wisdom cycle should be shared with the youth and those around you through writing, speaking, and ideal sharing. Also, this is a good cycle to complete unfinished business and try to help and heal past issues with family, friends, and if you didn't get a chance to do it in the previous cycles. So this is a good cycle for you to do what I just read. I'm talking to Sharon Anderson, born January 7th, 1955. I hope you got that, Sharon. I'm not playing. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I hope you got that, Sharon. I gotta go, but you know what you do. Oh, thank you, thank you. Ya Santiwa, I think you're next. You're next and last. Ya Santiwa, you are the next and the last. Ya Santiwa, you are next and last. Please book a session with me. I'm really not new to this. I'm true to what I do. I don't play with this because I know it meant so much for me. I almost broke down in tears in New Orleans because they let me bring on Lloyd Strayhorn, those that was on the live and those who get to buy the live, or those who were there. I almost broke down because I told people, look, Lloyd Strayhorn saved my life. He was one of the people and one of the elders and one of the leaders in our community that saved my life with the science that he provided. And when I heard him in 1988, 1989, Lloyd changed my life. Lloyd changed my life. And I said that at the workshop in New Orleans, that Lloyd Strayhorn, this man right here, changed my life. And I told him, me and Lloyd was walking through the mall in New Orleans, and he went somewhere to buy something, and I went somewhere else to buy something. But my spirit told me to turn and watch him. Make sure nobody touch him. Make sure nobody disrespect him or attack him, because I will kill for him. I will kill for Lloyd Strayhorn. Just like I stood up and would kill for Minister Farrakhan, Just like I stood up and was killed for Dr. Khalid Muhammad and stood up and killed for my own family, Lloyd is like family. And if I'm in his presence, he's protected. Because I know I got a whole bunch of death angels around me, like Professor Griff. I got a whole bunch of them. And they come looking like bulldogs, gray and black. I've seen them before. I've seen them in my dreams. Big dogs. I mean, these dogs are like 7 feet tall. They just sitting there and they're just watching. I know they're around me. I know they protect houses and protect my mother's house. And I know they all around me. They're family members. But I know they're around me. But I seen them in gray and black. Two big bulldogs. And they was just there watching. I seen them in my dream. So when Lloyd, I let people know that I care about that brother a lot. Very good brother. Go get a session with him. Go get your palm read with him. Whatever you got to do. Go take his app. Go get his new app. Go get whatever you got to get from Lloyd. I support him 1,000,000% because he changed my life and helped me to cross the road into becoming a successful numerovator that I am today. And yes, tears is coming to my eyes because that brother really does mean a lot to me. He really does. People don't understand. He's a good brother, and he spent all of his life to guide and teach people, and that's what I'm striving to do, to be able to guide and teach people. It's real. It's real to me. I don't know if it's real to you, but it's real to me. It's real to me. All right. Last but not least, Ya Santiwa. Y'all done got me emotional about Lloyd Strayhorn. That's my brother. He's my elder. He got me real emotional. One of my brothers. All right. Last but not least, I'll be back on in another week or two to do something different with the numbers. She spent $11. So we're going to go with that frequency of 11 frequency. She spent $11. Master number. She's born 1974, but I'm going to deal with what you're doing with what you're going into. You're about to go into this 2023 energy, and you're going to be feeling the effects as soon as 2024 comes in. I'm talking to Ya Asantewa. Sister Ya. Interesting enough, that's 7, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1. That's a number 8, that's a number 9, sorry, and that's a number 3. That word, just that first name, Ya, means something. And that 3, the need to serve humanity, the need to finish what you start, the need to write and express yourself. That's what that means. And that the names mean a lot too. And they also can connect with the year also. So let's say her name added up to a number 8, because we're going into 2024 next year, which adds up to a number 8. Her name, if it was added up to a number 8, can be significant. But if you add her name Ya with that, it would be a master number 11. In the Chaldean system, in the Pythagorean system, you add it up, it will be a number 17. So it will tell me that the person that starts off with the first active name called Ya before Asantewa, spiritual insight, leaving a legacy. Just showing you how the words, the name with the year frequency is going to work. And on the other hand, the birthday is going to work. So there's a whole multiplicity of numbers that's going to be working with your name connected to the year and your name connected to your birthday. All of that can work. I'm just showing you how this joint can work. It's looking at it from a holistic perspective. Again, her alignment number is a 38, which is 11, which is a 2. Now, in this book, Decoding, Numerology for Decoding Behavior, the master number 11 alignment number, we're going to go to the higher frequency of it. The master number 11 alignment number, the number indicates challenge that can involve a sense of self-righteousness, hypersensitivity to others or environments, zealousness attached to belief or cause. It brings the knowledge of how things could be and a frustration that you are given neither the power nor the opportunity to make them that way. The positive of the number 11 at that point of your life is called the self confidence number, a surety number, centered number, conscientious number. It's telling that you got to learn to trust your spirit and trust the cooperation with the and partnership with your spirit. When I read it in this book, it says such an individual will be able to speak up in a timely manner, trust intuition, facilitate mutual cooperation, and be in partnership with the spirit. The positive 11 too has established a working partnership with the God energy. Kind, caring, thoughtfulness, intuitiveness, empathetic, harmonizer, facilitator that makes good partners and are always willing to do their share. That's what you're supposed to do from the positive aspect of that master number, that 38, that 11, that 2 that shows up in that portion of your cycle, which is called either the pinnacle, your first pinnacle, or it's called the alignment number from my perspective, or it's called the achievement. This number helps you to achieve what you're going through in your life because it's always there. 26, like I said before to the other people that came on, that was the 26, adds up to a number 8, but you got to be careful of bad decisions, bad speculation, and bad advice, and bad unions and bad partnerships. But the positive thing is that you got to pay attention to your insight, bring balance to whatever you're doing in your life, and then make sure you develop your assets and be willing to recognize what are assets and liabilities in your life. Now, when you add it to the year that you're coming into, when your birthday officially comes in, that equals 2049, and you're going to be going in and feeling the effects of it before your next birthday because you're born towards the end of the year or the last month of the year. So you get the double energy. So you get 9 plus 6 is 15, which is a 6, and you're going to be going into a 7-year cycle because that 12 plus 24 equals 12 plus 26 plus 2024 adds up to 2050, and that's a number 7-year cycle. So you're in the crossroads of your life too, making certain decisions, especially about movement, travel, educating yourself, learning new things, so you can carry yourself and take yourself to the next level. So you're in that cycle of change. But remember, in 2025, you'll be going into an 8 personal year cycle. So it depends on what you do in these 2 years. That's going to be a significant change for you to make money or to deal with any kind of financial or spiritual circulation or energetic circulation. But these are the 2 concentrated crossroads cycles that are going to remind you to either go and re-educate yourself, relearn something, get more into your spirituality, get more reflective of what you want to do, so you can also have the law of success right there at your hand, because these 2 cycles are leading you that way so you can manifest more coming up. But there's much more, of course, when you do the name. Look what I just showed you in your name. And if I broke down Asantewa, that'd be a whole different thing. Ya Asantewa. And then you have the double A, which is the master numbers, which is 11. So I see 711 already. I see 111. I see the angel numbers 111. But because that's not another A, it's not actually a 111 in that perspective. But because I just said, let me see it, I see 111 there also. So I look at things from a holistic perspective to take me to where I got to go so I can give you the best results in your sessions. So, yeah, Santiwa, I hope you enjoyed what I just shared with you. You can rewind this and roll it back. I am exhausted because it does take a lot of energy to do this for the last 2 hours. But I do love what I do. And as long as it's helping you and helping others, I will keep on doing what I do from this aspect and any other aspect of my promotion and production until I transition from this realm. And I will leave numerovation for the people and for those who want to be a motivator of numbers. So, family, I hope you enjoyed what we did. I hope you enjoyed what we did, family. It's been fun. Again, family, don't forget this coming Wednesday, I'm interviewing Baba Ashra Kwesi at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. If you're in Brooklyn, my son and his beautiful Empress is doing something in Brooklyn on September the 17th. It's called Paint and Sip. So if you want to paint and sip, go on over there, contact Nicholas Brooklyn, 718-858-4400. Again, Baba Ashra Kwesi is coming to town. I'm going to be the host. I am the MC for this. It is now $40 for tickets. Go to Eventbrite through my link tree. That's linktree/King Simon the Numero Veda. Or if you want to avoid all the surcharges, you can text me that you wanna come to Ashra Kwesi, and I'll send you the Cash App and PayPal, and you'll get on my Cash App and PayPal list. Here's one of my sponsors, my dear Shakira Moore, one of my partners in the promotional as far as the workshops that we've done. Linktree/Holistica Healer. She's one of the greatest upcoming iridologists in the world today. The youthful energy of power. Even Dr. Phil Valentine recognized that, and I recognize it because she comes with another energy with it, and I like how she does it from a spiritual and physical perspective. Lloyd Strayhorn, you know I love him. You know what it is. Hit him up. This is his number. That's his website. More money, more travel. Tariq Moore. Make sure if you want to go on a cruise, you want wedding destination, hotels, flight, car rentals, restoration, even if it's just for a party, whatever you want to do, contact the young man. It's a young man doing work, and I love to see young people doing work. He's about 30 years of age. myvortex365.com/more money. Hit him up and tell him King Simon sent you. If you want to advertise and you got some good products, some meaningful products, some productive products, please email me. I check my email at least once every 24 hours, that email in particular. ksptvmedia@gmail.com if you want to sponsor a segment and advertise. Also, if you're in Wilmington, Delaware, check out my girl Drop Squad Kitchen and the whole family over there. It's a family business doing quite well. EPS Holistic Health and Wellness. That's my son and his wife Elizabeth, or it's Queen Elizabeth. Products, very good products. I use them after my workout. Nicholas Brooklyn, make sure you support them. Go to Nicholas Brooklyn or Nicholas Cultural. Take a snapshot of this. 10% off when you show this flyer of all retail purchases. Baba Ashra Kwesi, if you want to take a trip to him to Africa, hit him up at 214-371-2006. Pardon me, I have to drink some water. 214-371-2006, and tell him King Simon sent you. You want any of my books? Go get it. Right here, go through my Linktree. Linktree / It's important to go through my Linktree because they show you how Linktree alerts us on how many clicks we are getting on all of our links. So we'll know the algorithms and the numbers of all of our links that y'all are supporting me on. So please go through my Linktree, not just go direct to Amazon. Go to my Linktree, and that will show me how many algorithms are hitting me up. If you want to take my 2-hour holistic introductory class, holistic numerology through Udemy, go to my Linktree also, King Simon, the Numero Veda. If you want to take my full course, I will do a deal with you, half and half. If you go to my Linktree, you have to pay the full course, whether you're going to go to Eventbrite. But if you text me that you want to take the class and you want to pay half now, half later, 347-496-1022. And if you do pay half, I'm going to start this right now. If you pay $222, I will send you the first link. And then when you want the next link, then you pay the other $222. Just I'll have you on record for paying for the first link. All right. If you want to book a session, my waiting list is into October, but it's a short waiting list. So just text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. Now I do my private sessions on YouTube, private links on a private YouTube page. And then I will send a link to you, and it will be yours to broadcast on any apparatus, your phone, your iPad, your thing. My last link, I stopped doing that because it was deleting itself and all kind of craziness. So now I'm doing it on YouTube, and as long as YouTube is up, that private link of me doing a session with you, you won't see me. You'll just see the commercials running, but you'll hear your voice and my voice while we're doing the session on a private YouTube link. And remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection because no one is perfect in this realm. That's what Dr. B series taught us. That's his website. That's his link tree right there. Make sure you show him some love. His program is on YouTube on Forbidden Knowledge, so make sure you check that out. And last but not least, let me close off with Dr. Delbert Blair's prayers. Remember, support Dr. Delbert Blair's legacy. Go to his website, themethacenter2.com. That's themethacenter2.com. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair, for all that you've offered, all that you've given. Make sure y'all support him. That's his website. Big up to Brother Tony. And you tell Brother Tony, who controls Dr. Blair's legacy, that King Simon is sending you and has always sent you to him for Dr. Blair's products, his books, and all that kind of stuff that Dr. Blair used to do with us while he was in the physical. All right, family. Thank y'all very much. Whew. I am a little exhausted. I'm going to sit in the sun after this. I might go and visit my grandchildren, depending on how I feel. I went to visit them last time, and they just turned up the energy with me. But thank y'all very much. I really do this for my heart. And thanks to Lloyd Strayhorn, who catapulted me after just getting one little basic thing with him on radio years ago, back in 1989, February 1st, on my birthday. I like to say and close out with Marcus Mosiah's "Up You Mighty Nation, you could accomplish what you will." I like to close out with the great Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God. And I want to close out with the late Maya Angelou. And still we rise. Thank you, family, for being so supportive and loving of your brother and supporting this effort to break down how 2024 or 2024 works with your number and how to allow the theme of the number 8. You got to allow it to happen. Because in the allowing, that means you get the allowance. If you allow it, you will get the allowance. You know, the people used to get allowance every week. The children used to get allowance for doing their chores, but they had to be open to do the chores, allow themselves in order for them to get the allowance from their parents of doing a good job. So again, how to allow the theme of the year 2024 to work for you. This is what this was all about today. All right. So have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Please share, subscribe, share, subscribe, share, subscribe. King Simon Presents, only quality people on YouTube, and the New Motivation Nation on YouTube. That's my only YouTube channel that I work with. The third YouTube channel is the one that I do my private sessions. You will never see that up on the public. Never see that up in the public unless they share it, because it's a link, that unlisted link that they could share if they wanted to. All right. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be at strength, be at peace. Love you because I love myself. Take care. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. On Saturday, September 23rd from 2 to 8 p.m. at the Alkaline Oasis in Brooklyn, Baba Ashraf Kwesi and Mira Kwesi returns to Brooklyn, New York after 4 years. Get your early bird tickets right now by texting 347-496-1022. Remember, they'll be teaching about the ancient history of Africa, Kemet, and also they're going to touch on Cleopatra. So get your tickets, 347-496-1022.
Did you ever wonder if your birth date holds information about your destiny? Why you keep seeing the same number or several numbers? Welcome to Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I am your host, King Simon. Numbers are not here to control you, they're here to give you guidance. It's time for you to be able to read the numbers. It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Base. Get all 4 of my books. And of course, that's the Numeration for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.